Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the ChillCast. This is episode 3, creativity and all of that it involves. Yo, we got KrypticReality on the comms today. How is everybody tonight? Gothic, thank you for being here. Tackman, thank you. Hesse, thank you for those bits. X-Rated, what is up? What is up? Zero. Yo, we're starting to get a few people up in here. Man, I appreciate you guys all being here. You guys all want to say hi to Tack? Or not Tack, but Cryptic? Y'all want to say hi to Cryptic? I see you over there, Tack. What's going on, Cryptic?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on? What's up?
Wheezy?
How are you?
Doing pretty good. Kind of excited, you know.
Kind of excited and nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll be okay. I mean, this episode was pretty much your idea.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a quick rundown on, just your background a little bit before we hop into this?
My background?
Yeah, like the games that you play, the reason why you started streaming versus like what you're doing now versus what you was doing before. I met you through streaming and you was streaming at the time, but you evolved away from streaming for a little bit and kind of went into your own other creative ways, which is what you kind of wanted this ChillCast to be about. So, before we really get into that, why don't you go ahead and just give us a quick rundown as to what led you into that creativity side of you? If you can, I know that was a lot.
So you just like tagged like everything and everything under the sun.
I mean, take your time and go into detail with it. I mean, everyone's here. We're chilling. We're hanging out. I mean, I really don't see. I mean, shit. We can go 3 hours.
Oh, I'm certain we will. Okay, so do you want me to go upon like the streaming aspect?
Okay,
or
so
do you want me to say like what made me be creative, or how I noticed I was creative, or
yeah, let's start off when you like really started noticing, like when you started really thinking of putting your time and effort into something and getting enjoyment out of it.
Well, I've always been rather creative and kind of like how do I want to word that?
I mean, did you think
I don't want to.
Earlier you brought up the difference between being born with it versus learning into it? Was it something that you learned, like you took time to learn a craft? Or
I don't think it. In my opinion, when a person is creative, I don't feel that that's something that you're taught. You're taught how to express it better, I would say. Like you said, I've always kind of just been really creative. The times it really started to kick up was at a timing when I was like pre-teen, teen, and I had lost someone very close to me, and I think that like influence of loss really impacted me in a way that I didn't expect, not just in like a emotional standpoint, but in a mental and like expressive.
So it's like evolution.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you when you're feeling your most creative ways? Back when you was a teen, how did you express your creativity versus like how you do it now?
Okay, so, oh God, can't believe I got to dig this far back.
Hey, let's get to know you, buddy. Let's just pull back those fucking layers of cryptic reality and get to know just Cryptic.
Bro, but that's the point. Cryptic is mysterious, bro. Like, nah,
not tonight.
Good.
Not tonight. He isn't.
I would start to like write, and I'm not meaning like write poetry in aspect as to like what I've shown a lot of people more recently. Just in general, like I would just write, and then it came to the point where I would I did that for a few years, and then as I continued to evolve and everything, So roughly when I was like 15-ish,
Mm-hmm.
um, I started to be able to like uh, semi-draw like my own designs and write and like in that aspect of writing, I was more writing like poetry and like a literature kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
And
I've read some of your literature that you posted on the TeamArctic Facebook. I think you dubbed it cryptic rights, and that's
yes,
some pretty deep stuff, man.
um, and every bit of my writing, like even when I was younger, was all stuff I've dealt with.
Right.
Um, if it's something dark and you can tell by the writing it's meant to be dark, like that was from a dark place, emotionally and mentally. Uh, so I kind of got to that point, where I was drawing, I was writing, and it actually came to the point where, like, in my bedroom at the time, like I was writing and drawing in permanent marker and paint on my walls.
Right. What was
And
like what was some of the stuff that you was drawing? I mean, like it, was it expressing your feelings, or was it
um
always like when you was in a happy place is when you drew? Because I was doing some research, the last couple of days trying to, get. Listen, I'm not a creative person at all, right? I don't. I can't draw. Um, I used to think I could, write lyrics. Come to find out, I'm not a big fan of my own writing. Maybe I'm my own worst critic, but to me, I don't feel like I'm very creative. So I had to do a little bit of research, and there's a lot of. I mean, I learned a lot about the mental health aspects of people with creativity. So whenever looking at like an artist, you can really tell, depending on the picture, you know how they say picture is worth 1,000 words.
oh,
Looking at
definitely.
pictures, you can actually tell the emotion that the artist was putting in. So when
Yes.
you say you was drawing on your walls, like what kind of drawings were they, and
Like,
what place in your mind was you at back then?
um it wasn't even like typical drawings. It wasn't like a drawing of a dog or a people or you know like uh scenery or anything like that. It was just like designs,
Right.
like weird off the wall designs and shit.
Nah.
And
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say I used to draw some like really weird, intricate pipe lines, but I was under the substance abuse back then. Like you ever get dialed in like
And in regards to the way like mental state I was at the time, like I was just being a free spirit. Like um you know uh
like would you
just drawing to draw.
just draw
Yeah, it wasn't
just to
even.
do it?
Yeah. uh and another thing I really contribute to the way I am very expressive in emotions. And Weezy, I know me and you've had conversations about this before, and I even tried to get you to do some research on it. I don't know if you ever did, but the like people who are empathic
Right.
to a severe extent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I remember this conversation. I have not researched into it since we talked
for
that night.
for anyone in chat that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'll try to explain it very short and simple. An empathic person, in the way that I'm referencing it, is like a very sensitive person. Um, like to other people's emotions. And uh, the biggest thing with an empathic person is they get overwhelmed very quickly by emotions. And uh,
Now, is it hard for you to sort out those emotions, or once you feel like one emotion,
at
it's
times, yes.
pretty
At
much
times, it's
balls to the
very,
wall?
very uh, bad. Not to interrupt you, sorry. It can be very overwhelming very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, like, okay, not to bring up the negativity or the toxicness, but the issues that we've had with other members who wanted to complain and you know say things that shouldn't have been said.
Right.
Um, it's the very exact reason why I get very emotional in those aspects, because it's overwhelming to me. Not
Right.
only do I have to feel myself, but I have to feel their negative bullshit, mixed with people who are trying to be neutral but feeling some kind of way towards the whole scenario and everything.
Right.
And that's very overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, I guess you could really say it's like feeling like six different people's emotions in one.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
that's total emotion
Um,
overboard. Like I couldn't be able to do that.
yes. And I feel like me being very creative in the ways that I am, it's a way of an outlet to let these emotions out so they don't build up. It's a very bad thing for anyone that is very sensitive,
Very sensitive.
very sensitive empathically. It's very bad to keep stuff inside.
Right. Right.
Um, and that's why, like, when I get in those really bad moods or those really like good moods, I tend to write. Like the cryptic write, like, you brought that up a little bit ago on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those are all expressive to the times that I had that stuff going on.
See, like with me, I'm more so like whenever I'm feeling any of those kind of emotions, anger or anything like that, I tend to keep them to myself. Only because I know that when I hit that point of, like, seriously, there's like a point of no return, and I am very petty with my words, right? Like I will cut someone down with my words. So for me to get into that spot again, like with me, I'm trying to learn my triggers, what's causing these moods. I have mental health issues, bipolar, depression, slight anxiety. My anxiety is a little bit more manageable, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you're more so you want to talk about them. I'm the type of person where I'd rather just keep that shit to myself and work the shit out. You know what I mean?
Well,
But I don't have any creative side to me. Like again,
like,
I don't sit down and write because I have ADD and ADHD as well. Like I sit down for like 5 minutes and start writing. I'm already putting the notebook down and walking the fuck away because I'm ready to get up and go do something else. Like
like
my yeah.
it's funny you said about like, just a moment ago that, oh damn, I forget what you said now.
Gothic just said it feels also hard to come to others at times, so having an outlet helps.
Oh
Which
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I agree 100%. I mean, again, like I've never been comfortable enough to have an outlet. I'm more. Okay, so I'm gonna try to say this and tell me if it don't make sense. I'm more introvert when it comes to shit, right? I keep to myself when I'm feeling
No,
like
that makes sense.
any sort of way. I don't like drama. I don't like fighting. I'd rather take the high road and talk it out. Instead of, again, because I know when I'm in that mindset, that emotion, it's bad news. It's bad news.
Yeah.
I got a whole side of me that you guys have not seen, and I'm trying not to let anybody see that here on the stream. Like it's almost like a double life that I live here when I'm on stream versus what you get what you get with me when the cameras are off. And if you ask my wife that, like she'll tell you straight up, like, yeah, Weezy ain't easy to live with. Like and I'm really not.
But no, it's funny that you said about like I tend to talk more about my emotions and everything and like expressiveness. I don't honestly talk about it. Like I have to express it in other ways. I can't verbally put it out there.
Right, right.
Um, I guess it's just the way I was brought up. Like not, you know, being taught that it's okay to exactly express it vocally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could, like I could tell the people I love, love you, or I love you. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like, I'm much better at expressing it in creative manners. Um, and I think honestly, like if you read all of my writing on the Facebook page, I think that truly speaks to that.
Oh, I have, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you do some amazing
You
writing.
know, um, when that comes down to it, um. But yeah, so I noticed that Feed had asked a couple of things.
Yeah, yeah, and I told him 1 second. He's actually asking more personal, come in the streams type stuff. When did we first meet each other? It was probably, what, 2 years ago?
Ooh.
Correct?
Something like that.
It
3 years ago.
So it was pretty much when I first started streaming with a camera. And I joined Team Duke Stars. I met Cryptic in...
No, I think we
TBS.
met shortly before you had the camera.
Was it? I remember being...
Like, just before, because I think you got it like a couple weeks after.
Okay. Either way, I mean, like, it was still very early in my streaming career.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing... I remember to this day, I actually got that dub, didn't I? On Blackout?
Yeah.
I was playing
Yeah, I'm pretty
solos.
certain
We
you
was
did.
playing Blackout, and it was... I remember, yep, we got jiggy with it. That's right, Gothic. You know, guys, back on Mixer, how I had my Alexa. I could sit here and play music. They weren't so, you know, nah about it. I had, like, 90s hip-hop playing or something like that, and Will Smith's Getting Jiggy With It come on. And Cryptic, I think, was in the chat for a while before he even spoke. And he's like, bro, you got, is that Will Smith getting jiggy with it? And that became the joke for that like 6 months. And then we just started running together, started playing Call of Duty together and stuff like that. What kicked off things off that made you become friends? I think it's just, you know, again, like I said, Cryptic was like one of the first members in Team Duke Stars that I interacted with. You know, Team Duke Stars being as big as they are, you know, being a new guy, it's really a struggle finding a person that you vibe with. And, you know, a lot of people get turned off on it because they almost get ignored. You know, and I was almost at that spot. I think it was just Lady Duke that would come into my stream every once in a while, and Cryptic showed up. And me and Cryptic ended up, I don't know, we just hit it off. We played with a bunch of other team members, and for some reason, every night, it just kept on being me and Cryptic for like, the longest time.
Nope.
Man, what's going on with this chat? Video games is an outlet. Yeah, you know, Gothic, I can totally see that. Maybe that's why I play a lot of video games. I don't know. I don't know. It's definitely an escape from reality, even if it's for like a half hour. You know, it really is. Werewolf, you can reach out to.
Okay, so
yeah,
to add
Wolf,
on to what you were
reach
just,
out to us.
What you were just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Video games can be a very good, beneficial, distraction, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
Very specifically for people with, like, ADD, ADHD,
Give me
ODD.
Give me 1 second, chat. Cryptic, keep talking. I gotta go let my dog in. She got locked outside.
Okay. So, like, for people with those things, like, video games can be very beneficial and helpful, just due to the fact that, you know, like, if you have ADD and ADHD, your attention is very short windowed.
Right.
And playing video games for a lot of people that have that is very beneficial because it helps them to learn to manage it in a very positive manner.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, it's also very good for people that have ODD. And in case anybody isn't aware of what ODD stands for, it's oppositional defiance disorder. Basically, it's when you're told to do something, you are more likely to do the exact opposite than you are to do as told.
The yin to the yang.
Yeah. Video games are very good for that, too, because it helps you to learn to follow the directions versus, you know, just being defiantly oppositional to it.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think we both got sidetracked reading the chat. Hey, Werewolf,
We certainly did.
Yeah, feel free to reach out to any of us, man. If there's anything that you're feeling, you know, I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I try to find outlets. You know, I'm like you. I try to help other people out when they're feeling some sort of way. It helps me out, believe it or not, with my, you know, with my depression and all that. If I can make anyone else's day, you know, with just my words, Absolutely, I'm down for it. Hey, speaking of, helping other people out, it's pretty. Again, it's not funny that we're talking about this, Wolf. I'm sorry if you're upset about anything. But Robin Williams, you know, one of the funniest comedians of my time. Me growing up, he was like one of my favorite. I never knew he was depressed. Never knew that he suffered from depression. So it goes back to creativity. Within the mental health issue. I mean, you're doing things. People that's depressed tend to try to make people laugh because it makes us feel better. When we see you laugh, it's making us feel better about ourselves. Because most of the time we're kicking ourselves down. You know what I mean?
No, I mean that's true. That's very correct in most cases for people.
So really quick, Forbes.com. I read this morning earlier. Like I said, I was doing some of my a little bit of research before I came into this blind. I was reading Forbes.com come out and said that actually creativity reduces anxiety, depression, and stress. Like if you can get yourself into that creative mood, that's actually an outlet to help. Whether or not you're drawing, you're writing, you're painting, you're anything that's creative. Hell, you get on Cryptic. You said this a couple weeks ago. You like playing games like Minecraft, just where you can get on there and just create shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that and disagree with that to an extent.
Okay.
To be expressive in some form of creative fashion, whether it be art or music or whatever, it can help with those things.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on the level of how bad those emotions or issues are at that time.
Right.
And at the same time, also very dependent on the person themselves.
Right. I can see that. I can see that.
Like, I could write, when I'm depressed or whatever, and it will help get those emotions out and expressed,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean that they go away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're still there.
Right.
It makes you feel better knowing that it's out, but
So when you're looking for a creative outlet, what do you lean towards more nowadays? I mean, what are you doing on the creative side? I mean, you're
it
probably
depends,
not.
honestly. Like,
Are you still like drawing on walls, or
no.
I mean, you're making videos and streaming and playing your video games and all that?
Well, I don't stream anymore. As many of you guys already know. But the videos, writing, sometimes like my graphical art, as you guys see on screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah.
Weezy always says,
Yep.
I got Henry too drunk and he came home with a new fucking tat.
He's doing the walk of shame right now. You can see it on his face. He's got that grin with his tongue. Like he's got a permanent tongue stuck out. Like you fucked Henry up.
But it's stuff like that is like kind of where I've been sitting lately. That doesn't exclude that I wouldn't draw or anything.
Right.
I just haven't kind of gotten to that point.
Have you been writing anything lately?
Not like on paper or typing it, but internally and like mentally, I kind of have.
Right. So
periodically.
So you're like freestyling in your head, kind of.
In a way.
I got you.
It's. I'm drawing a blank. I don't even know where in the hell I was going with that, but yeah.
We was talking about what you're doing nowadays to express your creativity. Like, are you in a are you in a happy place and being creative? Or are you in a funky place? Like,
neutral. I would say neutral.
Neutral.
Not either or. I mean, can you ever truly say that you're truly ever fully happy? There's no negative. Like,
Eh, I
I mean,
yeah, no. I mean, I get. See, like the way I look at it, like everything's on a spectrum. You know what I mean? And every part of the spectrum has its own piece. So if we're on one side of the spectrum, depending on what's in that spectrum, I could honestly say I'm happy or I'm not or slightly. It's real hard to explain.
Like I see where you're going, but like even when you're happy, can you say that there's no negative at all? Like,
Well, I mean, your mind keeps that shit put in the back of your mind. So I mean, I guess you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like you could be at your happiest, but you still have your
that's
worries.
where I stand with it. Like, and it's not to be negative or anything like that or downplay anyone's happiness or I just feel that like and maybe it's more because like I'm so sensitive to other people's emotions and how they are that it like imprinted on me that like uh is there ever like and maybe it's just in my case, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like is there ever truly a true thing as true happiness?
Okay.
Like
Well,
I feel that there's happiness.
can we both agree? If you have any form of mental health issue, you don't know what fully happiness is. I mean, your brain's just not wired like that, right? You could be in a good mood, you could be happy, but there's always going to be that part of your mind, and that's stuck with you. I mean, does that make sense? So I mean,
yeah,
um,
I could agree to that.
again, like I said,
But at the same time, like I kind of disagree with that. Like I don't feel that it just comes down to because you have like a mental disorder
right.
or a mental illness. Um, I just feel that that's more human nature than it is like.
I mean, yeah, because I've had mental illness my whole life, so I mean, like to me, this is normal. But
Yeah.
like when you're in your really low moments, in your head, have you ever asked a question, why me? You look outside and you see everyone just running around being fucking happy, living a good life. They don't have to worry about, waking up one day and worrying about if you're going to be depressed or not. Like, we don't have that choice. We don't have that choice. It's a fucking, it's like Russian roulette with our fucking brains. You know what I mean? And that right there is stressful enough. Like, I could be in the greatest fucking mood tonight, right? I could be happy as fuck. We could end this stream with a banger and be happy as hell. But I could wake up tomorrow and be in the shittiest, most introverted mood where I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want, just fully disconnect. Which you guys know I've disconnected before. I mean, multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I think that's what you have to do, especially when you have your brain works overload. Not overload, but works a lot harder than others. And I think that's because we're always trying to trick ourselves to thinking that we could beat it or we can overcome this. But I think, one thing I learned, midway through my 20s is like there's really no defeating it. You just gotta learn how to live with it and cope with it.
That really depends on what you're referencing as beating. Like, can you truly ever beat anxiety and depression?
No.
I don't feel you can.
No, it's manageable. It's manageable, but
can you outbeat like ADHD, ADD, and like ODD and things like that? I believe you can.
I don't think you can. That's my opinion. Because if you could treat like any form of mental health issues a chemical imbalance in the brain, right? It doesn't matter if you have ADD, ADHD, ODD, bipolar, schizophrenia, anxiety, manic depression, other depression, unipolar. All right, so they got bipolar and then unipolar, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all a imbalance of the chemicals that's in your brain. And until we have the technology to where we can safely go in and restore that chemical balance, I don't think so. Now they have medication that makes you help manage it, that actually gives you a temporary band-aid, but I don't think you're going to be fully cured of it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's my opinion. What's your take on that?
Like, I kind of disagree with that.
Okay.
I feel that, like, yes, the chemical imbalance is always going to be there. However, I feel that you can very much defeat it in a 90 to 10 case versus it being, like, flipped.
What do you mean 90 to 10?
Like, 90% you can control it and 10% you can't.
Okay.
Um,
Now, I've heard of, like, actual natural remedies, and, you know, there's a lot of people that, you know, I've done some research where they talk about meditating and stuff like that. I'll be honest, I've never tried that stuff. I'll be honest, I can't sit there and say yes or no on that. But based on my life and what I've witnessed, I really don't think there is.
the reason why I semi-disagree with you on that is, at a personal level for me, and in my experiences, video games has been a cure to my attention issues.
It hasn't been a cure. It's been a band-aid for me because, again, once that video game comes off, I'm go right back into my reality. My reality is a mental health, you know, Russian roulette with my emotions. Now again, I'm not schizophrenic. You know, you're not dealing with Wheezy 1 minute and have to worry about dealing with, you know, George in 5 minutes. You know,
That's actually different from schizophrenia, sir.
Okay, split personality or whatnot, but
there you go.
But you know what I mean, though. Like I don't think it's like. Okay, so like in the moment, yes, it's a cure. In the moment, it's a cure, but it's not full time. You know, like you turn that video game off, and that band-aid gets ripped off. You know, same as like whenever you're done writing your poems. You know, you're feeling good because you're venting all that out on paper, but like once you actually put that stuff away, you know, reality sets back in. I mean that's just me. You know, we're all different. We all handle and cope and process things differently. That's what makes us all different. I'm just speaking on my side. Yeah, attack man.
No.
Bam, back to reality. I mean, now after you play a game, Cryptic, again, you're saying like video games has been like a cure. How long does that good feeling last for you? Because it's usually pretty quick. As soon as the game's over, it's back. You know, like I said, back to my reality.
It's not so much that I go back, like, it's not that I'm escaping reality. It's not that I'm coming back to reality. It's more like my focus and my attention has been taken and focused in a way that it's not defying, like, what a normal person's focus should be. You know what I mean? Like,
right. So you're
you
playing video games as like a distraction, more so.
I guess you could call it that. I feel that it's like.
Sorry guys, you guys hear the kids in the background. This is in real life
no,
shit.
It's all good.
I apologize. Go.
How do I try to word this? Like, okay, so with ADHD and ADD, you know,
which I have. Yep.
You have bad attention issues. You could be focused on one thing, and like 10 minutes later, you want to focus on 12 different other things.
Yep, your beeline right to the other side. Yep.
All right. I could sit here and play 2 games of Call of Duty with you, say, in 1 hour. All right. But it doesn't mean that like I instantly want to jump straight to driving a car. You know what I mean? Like the typical way that the attention disorders would affect you.
Right.
I noticed that my biggest showing of my attention issues is where, like, I'll jump off course of the topic to something brand new. Like, we could be talking about the Avengers game. And then, you know, midway through the conversation, I'll be like, oh yeah, but did you know Call of Duty's bringing this out? Like, dead center of that conversation.
Hey, I can honestly contest to that. Me, X-Rated will be in a conversation. We'll be in like a 15-minute conversation with Cryptic, and next you know he will beeline it into something totally different. That's why when Cryptic's on the mic, we just don't know how long this will go.
Like that's where my attention issues catch me. It's that. It's not like and that's with everything. Like and it's also at the same time not everything. Like when we're playing Call of Duty, I'm not trying to play Destiny at the same time. Like
Right, right.
if that makes sense. Like
One thing that me growing up, they put me on Ritalin for my ADD and ADHD.
mm,
Now, one thing, you guys remember, I think it was like last summer, not the summer that just passed, but the last one. What was the big things that they helped like autistic kids and those fidget spinners, right? People with ADD, hyperactive disorder or whatever it
yeah.
is. They gave them fidget spinners. I think that's what video games are for us. It keeps us busy, our minds busy, and our fingers. Because I don't know about you guys, like I can't sit in a classroom and just sit there and like if I was going to school again, I was having most of my problems in school. I couldn't sit still at a desk, because I had nothing to do. I got bored.
Mm.
But I could sit down and play a video game for hours, and I think it's because my mind's staying busy, my hands are working. You know what I mean? Do you think video games actually improves ADD and ADHD?
Yes. Yes, fully.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, and I feel like very specific outlets, very much like a video game, is very beneficial to them because it helps you to learn how to focus better. And that's the biggest thing with ADHD and ADD is like the attention issue.
Right. Right.
Like I said, if I didn't tell you guys that, and the biggest factor that would be a dead giveaway is like how I would jump halfway through a conversation to something brand new.
Right. I've done that before, Feed. Fell asleep with the controller in my hand.
I think we all have, though. Any true gamer has fallen asleep with their controller in hand.
Listen, it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning. I will be serialed the fuck out playing Final Fantasy, and I'll get in a loading screen. Next, I'm waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning. The Xbox done shut itself off because it was inactive for an hour. Didn't get to a save point. Oh, man, that shit used to piss me off.
Oh, shit.
That shit used to, like, legit piss me off falling asleep. Like, listen, I'm getting old, alright? I got kids. Right, I'm usually in bed by 12, 1 o'clock. That's why I'm always yelling at them when they're like, it'd be like 11 o'clock at night. Hey guys, I'm getting ready to get off. We gotta go. Cryptic's like, hey Weezy, can we talk real quick? I'm like, oh, here comes a conversation till 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. And then we had Tac-Man into the mix. Like, oh Jesus, oh my gosh.
But yes, so like, and I feel video games is a very good way that creativity also plays a big factor in everything as well.
Oh, we'll get into that here in a minute, Gothic. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Cryptic.
Wait, what did I miss?
Oh, she's talking about Skyrim. Okay, so reading that brought me into to a whole other thing. Now, depending on the type of game that you play, really helps with your ADD and your ADHD. Skyrim, Fallout, sandbox games like that, open world sandbox, where literally you have control over every progression of the game. Have you ever played Skyrim, Cryptic, or Fallout?
Yes.
Okay, so how, me personally, I could spend hours just upgrading weapons. Not even doing missions, just, or building houses or something like that. And, you brought it up, when I brought up the Minecraft thing a couple hours, or like just a little bit ago. The creativity part of it. Within the video games on top of it. That's, I don't know what it is. There's certain games that I can play better when I'm in certain moods. When I'm all, when I'm streaming and stuff like that in the mornings, normally you guys will see me play, like Call of Duty or something like that. When I first wake up, I'm usually in a good, energized mood. That helps, and honestly, I think that helps my streams out because, like, if I was to come here, if I stayed on my original schedule, back, 2 summers ago when we first met Kryp, I was at, 7 o'clock at night. I was a nighttime streamer.
Something like that.
Man, I've already dealt with the day, and when you have, depression and stuff like that, there are those days that it's harder to find the energy than other days. 7 o'clock at night, I was tired, just not fully there, and Skyrim's one of those games that I could play when I'm in, like when I'm don't feel like getting on a mic, when I don't feel like talking to people, and just get totally lost for hours, and forget about everything and just focus at the task at hand. You got these missions that take forever. You got to go, to the far side of the map to find some ore that you can melt down to make the dragon blade. Shit that actually takes hours to do. As compared to like when I get in those really bad moods, I try to stay away from Call of Duty. I break shit.
See, like,
I break controllers. I get irritated.
I semi agree with you and semi disagree with you. Like, I agree that games like Skyrim and stuff are good, at a creative level. I feel like they're bad for people with attention, like, issues, just due to the fact that, like, you could be in the middle of a mission, and because of like the attention, issues that you may have, you could just completely start wandering clear across to the opposite side of the map.
And that's why I like that game, because there's really no direct storyline to it. Again, you could have ADD and ADHD and stuff like that and be like, oh, I'm going down the path to feed my horse. Oh, look, a dragon. You know what I mean? Bam. And the next you're fighting dragons for 3 hours before you can finish that mission. That's that ADD shit. That's that. You can only focus on one thing for... Like, go ahead.
Like, I feel like that's a bad way to try to handle that. Just because it plays into it way too good. You know what I mean? Like, it's too distracting at times. If that makes sense.
I get that. Sometimes your brain just can't process so much input at one time. Okay,
so there's been a game recently that a few of us have been playing the hell out of.
Well, what? I know what game that is. That game's dope.
And Weezy, you earlier said about like Minecraft and stuff like that. Yes, it's a very creative aspect, and I feel that is very beneficial to other people that are very creative. Not because it's childish or, because you can just build. I think it's more because it's like,
thank you, Hassan.
You imagine something in your head and you start like building and you start making it happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But another big factor that comes into the very creative aspects, and that is very beneficial to those that are creative, are games much like the one I was just recently getting ready to talk to you guys about, the Avengers game. All right, there's so much personalization to that, very much like there is with Destiny, and like any game that it's very loot heavy based and build based. It's so creative and so freeing to be able to just know that you can go and play it, and you can make something that nobody else has.
Right. See, personally, I like playing games like SimCity, the old SimCity games, Sid Meier's Civilization.
See, I never got into those.
I mean, I guess it's a preference, but I like starting off with minimal shit and just watching your shit flourish. That gives me satisfaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, again, you start your city off with, like, I think $20,000, which you can't really build a whole lot with $20,000. But then as you start to see your city flourish. Sort of like, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Y'all, I know y'all played that. I mean, like, right?
No.
You never played?
I've never played it.
Man, it was a satisfying game. It was a satisfying game. It was one of those games where you could be in, like, the shittiest mood. You could play it by yourself and don't have to worry about... I mean, like, it sucked if you failed, because you could spend 3-4 hours building a park. And then it failed miserably. Sort of like Jurassic Park. Okay, the Jurassic Park game. Evolution, where you get to build your own Jurassic Park.
I played that a little bit.
Okay, so I like games like that. That fills my time. That makes my brain think. It keeps my fingers busy because you're constantly doing something. Those goddamn velociraptors in my shit kept breaking out, and I was getting pissed. Kept jumping the gates, and I'm like, you fucking bastards.
See, I agree that helps, like, to keep you focused and more on point. However, it's just not the way I like to be creative, like, because everything in that is preordained, you know what I mean? Like, for you to have said dinosaur of, like the velociraptors, you have to have this exact enclosure, and you have to do this exact thing.
Right. Okay. So it's a little bit more.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's
more constrained freedom.
Right. Right.
You can freely place things where you want them, but it's constrained in the aspect that it's like, but if you want to put this here, you have to do this.
Right.
Where with like Minecraft, you can literally, find the stuff, create TNT, and blow a mountain to hell to build a castle on it.
What's going on, Rick? See, I mean, like I said, Call of Duty is one of those games I can play when I'm in a good mood. I need to stay away from that shit when I'm in a bad mood. Whenever I'm having, my angry moments, I just need to stay away from it because it feeds, there's also certain games that actually feed into your mental health issues. If you go into a game that's just, if you go into a game already in a bad fucking mood, and
it's not going to be as enjoyable.
It's not going to be as enjoyable, but, like, me personally, like, I try to play certain video games to try to get out of that mood. So, it goes back to what we were saying earlier, about, it's a cure until you shut the Xbox off. And then it's like ripping the Band-Aid off, You kind of got to find that game, I guess, that opens up that creative part of your brain that actually takes a lot of that pressure or that weight that's on your brain and try to, alleviate some of
Exchange it to being more freeing.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, me personally, I can't play Minecraft. I like the idea, the concept of it. It's pretty dope. I think the one thing that turns me off on Minecraft is the fucking graphics. Like, I just can't do it. I just can't
The
do
graphics
it.
are really bad.
Yeah,
I can grant anyone that argument. The biggest thing that always pulls me back is, like, always, give me one quick second on that.
No, hold up. I'm go ahead, Kryp. I gotta respond to my wife after you're done.
Well, go ahead and respond.
No, she's over here talking shit about how I don't like Minecraft, but I like the older Final Fantasy games. You don't understand. When I play those older Final Fantasy games, it takes me to a happy place in my mind.
Well, graphics also were a lot.
I don't give a shit. Listen, all right. I play, like, if I break out the old PlayStation 1 and I play Final Fantasy 7, 8, or 9, that takes me back to my younger teen years, where me and my younger sister, now, me and my younger sister, I don't even claim her as my fucking sister no more. She's someone I don't even know who she is anymore, right? It still tears me up, on the inside. Like, I just can't believe how shit turned out. But playing those games take me back to that happy place, to that happy moment in my life. That's why I play that shit. I had to respond to her. I couldn't just let her run her mouth and not say anything.
No, you're good. You're good. I just want to say hi to everyone that's in chat. Thank you guys for coming by, at the very minimum. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, we got Rack. Feed still here.
Glad to have you guys all here.
Matt's here. Yeah.
Hope you guys are enjoying the lovely conversations that are branching out and getting so construed it's not right at the precise moments, but...
Hey, I said earlier in the chat, if there's anything that you guys want to ask me or Cryptic, make sure you tag us in your question. And we're sitting here, we're reading the chat, we're responding back to you guys. So feel free to chime in, anything you guys want. We're talking about creativity. It's going, a little sideways like what Cryptic said, with some mental health issues as well, but everything all ties into this conversation. So feel free to jump in.
Exactly. And, guys, if you guys ask anything that's not something I feel comfortable answering, I will address it in a manner that I can try to answer without being too personal.
Who was your first kiss, Cryptic?
Oh. I don't know.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I was just trying to be an asshole.
I can't play.
To try to get back onto the subject of where we kind of were at one point. You asked, like, you wanted more details and everything about, like... It's Cryptic, Rec.
I did.
We got KrypticReality on mic. I forgot to put feature Cryptic.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No big deal. you know, you were saying about when you were a teenager and everything, you had that like it was kind of like happy moments
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you know things weren't all fucked up like they are now for you.
Exactly.
Um,
Some games just take me back to
mine,
a simpler time.
I think for me it was the opposite. I think now I'm more at peace with things
Hmm.
than I was way back then. Um, but I also feel that that was tying into uh, like I was saying earlier about like the whole like oversensitive like empathy and tying that in with mental disorders and then mixing that with uh being the way I am. And in case anybody doesn't know, um I am a gender fluid individual. If you guys don't know what that is, basically what that is it's an individual that feels like they have both female and male characteristics that are not only mentally but emotionally and spiritually. And with everything all combined, I would say that that turned very bad on my end as a teenager, not understanding it, not knowing, you know.
Well, being a teenager for anybody, it doesn't matter gender fluid or,
Yes,
gay or
exactly.
anything like that. That's a very confusing time in life.
I had some very dark times. Like I said, when I was like preteen going into teen, I lost someone that I was very, very close with. Uh, and that kind of shaped uh, spiritual beliefs for me. That shaped uh, the ways that I would start to think about things and perceive everything.
Right.
Uh, there were times where after that, okay, I'll be 100% transparent and open on it. Um, it's not a good thing to ever be in this kind of place, and I'm not promoting it. And I hope that anyone that deals with this or has any of this kind of happen to them, that they know that they can reach out to anyone that's in the chat. Myself, Wheezy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was very, very attached. And apparently, she wasn't. And I was hanging out with a bunch of friends, and we had music cranked up in my mom's house at the time, and no parents were home and everything. And my stupid ass decided that I wasn't good enough for anyone. So I tried to do something that I shouldn't have, and essentially over medicated myself
Mm.
severely. And luckily, I had friends that actually gave a shit at a
Right.
human level.
Right.
And, um, you know, uh, so that helped me kind of get through that at that time. And there were, it just kind of kept going and going and going. Uh, and as I just continued to get older, I just continued to like evolve in ways that were more beneficial mentally, emotionally, and like expressively for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Really quick, hold that thought. I want to ask the chat something. Or if any of you guys in the chat, which I see some of you guys are talking about your mental health issues, if any of you guys want to share what you suffer with, feel free to hit us up in the chat. I want everyone to understand that no matter what you're going through in the mental health aspect, you're not alone. You're not the only person that's going through shit. I can guarantee you, there's probably more than us that we want to admit. But it's a real thing. So again, if you feel free and you wanna let us know what you deal with, put it out in the chat. I greatly appreciate it. Again, I have bipolar depression, slight anxiety. If you ask my wife, I probably got split personality. I don't know. Depends on the day. I'm waiting for her to chime in. She'll probably yell at me here in a minute. You'll hear her in the background. Yeah, he does.
To kind of like break off from what you were just saying.
I didn't
Misty,
mean to cut you off.
I greatly appreciate what you said in the chat. Thank you for the kind words. With everything that I was just saying a moment or two ago, I feel like, and that's kind of what brought me when I was speaking to Weezy about doing the podcast tonight, was that I wanted to talk about creativity and the psychological and mental aspects to it. And hence, that's kind of where our whole conversation kind of really, um, you know, expanded and became something.
Hey, this conversation is a perfect description of ADD and ADHD. We wanted to stay on one subject, and it just goes
Yes.
totally other ways. So I mean, like,
Yes.
I mean, what other better
Um,
way to talk about it? You know, so other
but
than
as
actually
Weezy
show proof.
was just saying, you know, just a moment ago as well, um, if you guys are ever having any issues, or if you guys know anybody that is, I may not know them, I may know them, it doesn't matter. If you guys ever need someone to chat with, I'm on Twitter, KrypticReality. I'm on Discord, KrypticReality. If I'm in the stream, you guys need to chat, just say, hey, can you chat? DM me. Whatever you tell me stays between us.
Right.
All right. I don't care if you say that you're about to go murder someone. That stuff stays between us unless I feel that you are severely going to react to it. Or if you come to me and say, hey, I'm about to kill myself. Like, obviously, I'm going to reach out at that point.
Right.
And
right.
and that's because I care at a very personal level for human beings. You know, I have proven this time and time again, and Weezy can vouch on this one. I'm the kind of person, I will 90% of the time help everyone else before I ever think of myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, I can honestly see, you know, people with bipolar and stuff like that, they tend to always put other people first before their own needs. You know, and I think that's another thing that, like, kicks us down. It's like sometimes we overwhelm ourselves with that. Like, but we need that. We need that to give ourselves some satisfaction, because helping other people out when we're feeling at our worst, believe it or not, it's like a pick me up. It is. You know, we talked about Robin Williams, you know, one of the greatest comedians of my time. You know, didn't know the motherfucker was suicidal or depressed at all until after
Yep.
it happened. You know, that dude made me laugh, and anytime you seen him on TV or shows, and like, you would have never thought. You know, when I first read that, I was like, no, man, they're lying. Like, he's not a depressed dude. Like, no. But then, you know, that's when I started really looking into it, and like, there's actually a lot of people that's like that tend to take other people's not problems
on for themselves.
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to say problems.
Well,
but I mean, to be flat out, that's what it is, right? Take
I mean,
other
can you
people's
really
problems.
call it anything else?
No, not really. I mean, I was trying to figure out a way.
You can't say that it's their flaws because that's at a personal level. You're just being disrespectful at that point. But like,
Right.
if you, I mean, I guess you could say it nicer by saying issues, but by definition, it's the same thing.
Right. Well, I was just trying to find like a nicer word to say it, but I mean, like, honestly, there's not really a way to beat around the bush when it comes with talking like that.
No, there really isn't.
You know, we tend to listen to other people and let them vent and give them advice. But I don't know about you, Cryptic. I am so quick to give good advice, but I cannot take my own. I can't do it. When I'm in those really bad places in my head, like, everything goes out the fucking window. You know, everything that I preached and all the good that I've always told people and all this other stuff, all that shit goes out the window.
I can, like, help people understand issues and, like, where they stem from.
Right.
And figure complex things out. I can give good advice at times.
Right.
But, like, much like you said, like, I'm not good at taking advice. And that's very bad because I often ask for it.
Right. You just want to hear people's input.
And I think that's what it is. It's like, hearing somebody else's input gives me a new perspective to look at the scenario. And that helps me to help understand where I'm at.
I got you.
Or where the issue is. Like, you know, if somebody came to me and I didn't know how to handle the scenario, and I came to someone else and I vaguely was like, all right, I'm having this issue. How would you deal with it? Without saying it's for someone else or, who it is, just, in a general aspect, it's to get their perspective. Like, I love being able to, like, understand things.
Right.
If I can't make sense of it, it bothers the hell out of me.
So you're one of those, when you fixate on something, you need to know
Yes.
the ins and outs of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like,
I can see that.
for example, I show it all the time in the Discord. I don't know how many people have caught on to it.
The live links.
Not even the live links.
Oh,
Like, that's just
I thought
organizing.
I thought I had you pegged. I thought I knew what you
No,
had to say.
no. Like, okay, for example, the Call of Duty, like, updates all the time.
Right.
I see something on Twitter from all these big people, and I rush and I paste it in there, or I tag, the people I know would be interested.
Right.
Or,
yeah, you're usually doing some pretty extensive keeping everyone updated with the stuff. Me it's like, hey, if I see it, I see it. If not, I'll find out when it's there. I used to be like that back on the old Call of Duties. I used to always try to be up on what the new updates was and all that, but now it's I don't know. It's weird because I'm definitely not the person that I was just like 3 years ago. Within like the last 3 years, I've evolved. Like me, I'm actually starting to learn my triggers. When it comes to my bipolar, one thing that I've never done, and it's still a trick for me now. Like my wife, she's trying to be supportive of it. She's starting to learn not my mood swings, but like my demeanor, I guess I could say, right? And she's always coming to me and be like, "Hey, you want to talk? Is there anything you want to talk about?" And Cryptic, you probably know more about this than I do, or you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When we get into those mindsets, like it's really, we don't really want to talk to people. Like it's not like nothing's bothering me or there's something that I need to vent about. It's just I don't have anything to talk about. It's just like I don't know. To me, it's like a weight that sits on my brain, and it fucks everything up.
I guess that, like, I can see and understand what you're saying. I just feel that it's more amplified with me.
Right.
Again, I won't tell people things.
No, Rec, man, please go ahead and vent.
In other ways.
Go ahead and vent, Rec.
Yes, Rec. Dude, if you need to, dude, just rant and rave and get stuff off your chest, bro.
I'm reading his responses and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, that was pretty much my story. I was diagnosed at a young age with ADD and ADHD, and then as I grew, I learned that most of the times in the early 90s that ADD was a misdiagnosed for bipolar. They didn't have the test and all that. So it was like, again, I learned about my depression and stuff in my early 20s, and that's basically where I'm at now. Every day I'm learning something new. Like going back to, I'm learning about my triggers. What sets me off. I'm letting my family know about these triggers. So that they can try to help me, because I hate feeling like this. I really do. And I feel like I need everybody and anybody's help that I can to help me not feel that way. There's my anxiety races a lot. When my house is dirty. I got 3 kids, right? My house isn't filthy. It's lived in, right? You got kids, toys are everywhere. They're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids. But my anxiety races when I see that shit laying around. So I'm constantly always in a bad mood. Like, not a bad mood, but more so like, come on, guys, clean up. Like every time. I feel like I'm almost ruining their childhood because I could be an asshole sometimes. It's like, guys, come on, pick this shit up. And they're just kids. But like, it's triggers. Things that trigger the mental health side of me, whether it be depression. I'm trying to learn. Dude, it's crazy because I'm even like so far deep into the thought process of it. It's like, okay, I like to eat shit before I go to sleep, right? I like to have me a good bedtime snack. And when I say eat shit, I'm not talking about like literal shit. I'm talking about just going out in the fridge and grabbing something. And it's to the point to where I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, if I eat this, is it going to affect me in the morning? Like, mentally? Like, will I wake up? Like, putting chemicals in your body, you know, like, how's it going to react with my chemical imbalance? You know, I'm learning, those triggers, you know, and it's weird because sometimes I'll learn them, and then just as quick as I learn them, I forget about them, you know, and I catch myself because I've gotten so comfortable in this, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not rut, but I've gotten so comfortable in the way that I do things. And now that at my age, my routine, and now that I'm 35 years old, I'm trying to switch it up. I'm trying to change it up. And you know what they say, old dogs can't learn new tricks, but here I am. I'm trying, and I'm fighting myself on it. It's making me even feel worse. So sometimes it's more of a vicious cycle that keeps going round and round. And it goes around for a while before you can actually stop it for a minute.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I call it the emotional roller coaster because, again, you don't know when you're going to have your ups, don't know when you're going to have your downs. You're just on for the ride and you're hoping for the best. That's all it is.
Yep.
You know,
exactly.
The way I always raise these things were not talked about. Hey, right, mine was more so, it was talked about, but I'm trying to think. It was more so swept under the rug type deal. You know, it was discussed behind closed doors, but it was also, again, like I said, swept under the rug. And by the time I was 12 or 13, Ritalin started having the reverse effect. I started getting a really high feeling. And I got off Ritalin and I went unmedicated for, 15 years. And that did a lot of damage. You know, I started self-medicating with drugs and all that other stuff. And it took me down a path. You know, I always say that things happen for a reason. Would you agree? You know, I woke up one day and said, you know, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's when I was self-medicating with drugs. And that could have been a bipolar moment. You know, you wake up and just out of spur of the moment, you decide to do something with no thought process. Yeah, I think it was one of those days, and it actually benefited out the best for me. So, I mean, that's just me.
I don't know. I think specific kinds of, like, what are technically classified as drugs can be very helpful. Caffeine.
If I take too much caffeine, it puts me in a weird place now.
How do I want to word this? Cereal.
Yep. Cereal helps.
I feel
cereal.
I feel like those are two things that can be very beneficial to people.
Yeah.
As long as it's moderated.
Okay. See, like it's weird with me. I can't have cereal and caffeine at the same time. It puts me in a weird place. You're taking an upper and a downer at the same time. It's like, nope, can't do it. You know, it makes me feel like I'm on like the ninth dimension of a parallel universe or something like that. Like I'm just not fucking there. Yeah, Rec. I mean, you know, it's sort of like alcoholism. You know, I think when you're using,
Oh shit!
Oh, look at Hesse coming in with the raid. Hesse, I appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much. But Rec, you know how they always say, you know, alcoholics, they tend to go to alcohol to help, ease the pain. Well, you know, sometimes, you know, whenever you're bipolar and depressed and all that, you're looking for anything and everything to make you feel better, right? Because honestly, there's really nothing. It's not like you can just, you know, take a nap, wake up, and feel better. You know, I don't know. It's weird. Like I could never do both. You know, an upper and a downer because it would just make me feel weird.
Well, not to cut you off, but your wife just totally contradicted your whole statement.
See, hold on. Okay, now hold on. Mountain Dew does nothing for me.
But it has caffeine.
Okay, so I'm talking about, yeah, but it has very low. Dude, I could drink a 5-hour and go to sleep. You know, the shit just doesn't faze me.
I mean, I could drink a Monster and go to sleep afterwards too, but that still don't mean it doesn't have caffeine in it.
Right. Well, I mean, I could do a little bit of caffeine, but, you know, okay. So I'm trying to remember back when I was like 16 in skateboarding. We used to, you guys remember those caffeine pills, Yellow Jackets, Stackers?
Yeah.
pop 2 of those, and then smoke a blunt. You want to talk about the weirdest fucking feeling? You have those yellow jackets, the uppers, and then you have that blunt, that downer. It really put me in like a really weird mental place. Like I felt like I was like high as fuck, but I can't explain the high. You know,
Yeah.
it was a bad high. You know, I would call it. Like I just couldn't do it. White Crosses, okay. Yeah, we used to have Phillies, Philly blunts, but like I could never do it like that. Like it doesn't work. Now again, Mountain Dew, I can drink Mountain Dew because the caffeine don't mess with me. You know, my choice was, I was always an upper kind of guy. I like the uppers because again, my bipolar and all that, I've always felt down. You know, I've always felt down. Smoke, you know, the cereals always helped with, you know. Okay, so how can I say this? Okay, I'm just going to say it, and some of you guys are probably going to think I'm fucking weird. Cereal helped with the voices in my fucking head. When I was younger in my 20s, I'm not saying that I had voices in my head or I didn't, you know, talk to myself, but there was, myself was talking to myself in my head, you know what I mean? It was sort of like I had a split personality in my brain, right? You had the reasoning side of me, and then you had the non-reasoning side of me. And I was always battling with myself, you know what I mean? Again, you know, have you ever woke up those one days and said, you know, imagine a really bad depressed day where you don't feel like you're good enough, where you feel like people would be better off without you, shit like that. Well, I've never really had my full brain believing that. You know, there was always that line in my head where it was like a Jiminy Cricket. It was on one side, and then you had the Satan on the other, and they've always battled. Having cereal always helped with that. It always gave my Jiminy Cricket a louder voice. But the pick me up, the substance abuses that I used to always do, is what always took me out of those mindsets. You know, again, same as alcoholism. You know, they drink to forget the pain or whatever they're drinking from. You know, well, mine was so it could pick me up and get me out of that mindset that I was on, because that mindset's ruthless. You got bipolar and you're depressed and shit like that. That shit is ruthless. You know, you're gonna have harder days than others. You know, I mean that's just me. And again, everything affects everybody different. We're all different, right? So whatever works for me or whatever I did to work for me is not going to work for you. But that's just how I processed it, because that's what was going on in my head. You know, I mean, it was crazy. You know, and that you know, I would never sit there and say, no, I don't have voices. But I mean, like, to be real, yeah, they were in my head. Like I was having conversations with myself, basically. Right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't see me in a corner of a fucking bedroom talking to a closet saying, "Oh, it's my friend George." You know, it was never like that. But I mean, it was one of those things where it's like you have the depressed side of you trying to fight and win, but you also have that other side of your brain that has reasoning and, you know, saying that you can do this, you're better than this. And I think that's what led to my substance abuse. Is because I found that outlet. You know, and that outlet, once you get onto that substance abuse, it's really hard to, like, back off of it.
Yeah.
You know, because it really gets a hold of you.
Oh, certainly.
And then you start, you know, you like the feeling. You know, you start feeling that really good feeling, and you never want to let it go because you don't ever want to feel what you felt before. And the next you know, you're a user for 5-6 years, broke as fuck, with nothing. Which actually, when that actually slaps you in the fucking face, dude, that puts you in a way worse spot. Way worse spot than what it did before.
Oh, it most certainly does. No doubt.
I mean, it's insane.
If you don't mind with it, I'd like to take a step back to one of the reasons I wanted to bring up the Avengers game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Prior to many of these branch offs of this conversation, I brought up about how most people, well, we both did, most people with, like, mental illnesses tend to be a lot more helpful to other people than they are to themselves. And I know I very specifically stated that I do it predominantly.
Right.
You know, and I hope the other person that's in chat doesn't get mad at me for blatantly throwing it out there. Wheezy, after me and you discussed about, the um podcast in one day.
Mm-hmm.
After you hopped out, and Tack left. It was just me and X, and me and X were discussing about trying to get you the game. And go figure, like the next day, uh, and now I told you I won a capture card at one point from a giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, uh, the person tried to send it to me, and apparently the postal service that they sent it through destroyed it and threw it out.
Yeah, I
So they
remember that.
gave them money to put towards it.
I remember that.
And they just sent me the money. Well, when I noticed that, I contacted X. I'm like, yo, let's do that. Like, let's get Wheezy that game.
Yo, and X called me out too when I opened up that message, that gift.
Oh, I know he did.
He called me out like that shit brought that shit did bring a tear to my eye because like my youngest daughter, our last child, went to kindergarten for her first day that morning, and then an hour later I'm opening up this gift from not just you guys but you guys. The cool thing I thought about it, man, like just what's really amazing about it is how yes, you two put yourselves together to get that game. But you guys didn't want the credit. You guys put TeamArctic's name on it.
Yeah.
I mean, like that was just that's awesome. I really can't. Again, I'm still speechless thinking about it. Like, dude, it's crazy.
The reason I wanted to bring it up was to extra prove that point because I know a lot of people may not know it or see it, but I do help other people more than I truly do myself. That's why when I do actually step back and go AWOL, like I did with my pain recently, and when I have my mental breakdowns and shit, like I truly step the hell away because
you was gone for like 8-9 months.
That's that time. That's that time that I need for me. I'm not saying like I don't. Like that I give everyone support at all times. Like it's an impossibility for me to do that.
Right.
I do retweet as I see it. If I'm tagged, I retweet it, so forth. I try to make it to everybody's streams. I'm trying to make GFX that I know people can use. The podcast chatting screen.
Right.
Videos for people to be able to, be like, yo, this is my teammate. Shit like that. Like, I do more to give than I do actually for my own self. And I gave up the opportunity to get a capture card to make better YouTube videos easier and to give Wheezy a game, with the help of X-Rated to help Wheezy because we both know that he said he wanted to be able to play it. And,
Yeah, I mean, I expected to play it. I didn't expect to play it that soon.
It just kind of came together, and that's just one example to it. Like,
right.
To me, giving more away than I do keeping.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, you're always putting other people first. When you're like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I greatly appreciate it. For you guys to put TeamArctic's name on it, like the way I look at it, the whole team did it. Not just X and Cryptic. You guys said this was TeamArctic's, and honestly, like, in a way, it is. We have TeamArctic that brought all of you guys together for it. So without TeamArctic, I really don't think that would have been a possibility.
Yeah.
I really don't.
But, Misty, to reply to you from the chat, I wouldn't call us superheroes or anything. We're just normal people trying to help. Just being good people, know.
Yeah.
And Hesse, in regards to what you're saying, yeah, technically we left everyone else out of the conversation, but between X and I, we felt that it would be better if it came from the team because it's better to be as a team member and a teammate that's good and supportive and helpful than it is to try to be solo.
There's no I in team. None.
Exactly. And, me and him could have just said, it was from us, but that's selfish. And that's not my, like, priority. And I know that he's the one that majorly brought that up at first because he was tempted to buy it for you at first and say it was from the team. And then, like I said, I got that money the next day, and you know, we came together and came to the conclusion we were going to get you to deluxe so you could play it earlier.
Right. Right.
We'd split the cost half and half, and we did. We did it as two members trying to help the team to give back to their team leader.
Right. Right. Now, I want to talk to Rec for a minute. He said, he still has his issues to this day, and hey, Rec, I still do too. I said earlier, I think right before you got here, me on my path through this, I've kind of learned to accept that I'm never going to defeat this. I'm never going to wake up one day and it be gone and everything be good. I've accepted that it's just a part of who I am. So again, you was here when I was talking about triggers. Now I'm at that age, that point in my life where I'm starting to think of what triggers those emotions, those feelings. Having my kids, my firstborn child, I call her my angel because she's the one that actually kind of got me on the straight and narrow. If it wasn't for my kids, I probably would have been still getting high. And the way that I was going back then, I would have either been in jail or laid in a ditch somewhere. I was getting that spot. So I mean, like, my kids really turned it around for me, but I still have my days. I'm never going to defeat that. It's something that me personally, I had to accept that it's a part of who I am, what I do.
And honestly, that's more of a normality for people with any kind of
yeah, you try to normalize it to make yourself feel better about it, because you're living with it. You know what I mean? I mean that's just the way I look at it. I try to, again, I try to minimize any of those feelings that I have at a time. So learning the triggers, again, what am I eating the night before I go to sleep? Because I don't want to wake up tomorrow. It's like Russian roulette with your emotions. You don't know if you're going to wake up in a good mood, a bad mood, a shitty mood, a low mood, a high mood. You just don't know. And you kind of take it as it comes to you, and it is what it is. So I'm looking at, different reasons as to it. Things happen for a reason. I have this really weird theory about when, have you ever had those really low days?
Yeah.
Like where your brain, like your depression is just so fucking bad. Right? I'm kind of...
And it's crippling.
Yeah, kind of. I have a theory as to, like, again, I'm trying to look out for signs for that to happen. Sometimes, like when you're getting sick, you can kind of feel you getting sick before you actually get sick.
Yep.
Well, I'm kind of looking at stuff
with,
like that.
Emotional states too.
Well, I mean, like, I'm looking at all sorts of different ways, and I can go into scientific theories, I could say, regarding depression and how it works, and how we're all tied into shit, and but I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do that on this stream. Like, I can go totally not conspiracy theory, but like I've done a lot of research that if no one's really paid attention to this stuff and they just accepted it is what it is and just go about their everyday life without even knowing about it or wanting to learn more about it, I don't think they would understand it. It'd be a lot easier for me to break it down in like another setting. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
I guess I could, but I really don't want to. So
like it's certainly a unique thing.
I mean, it's just crazy. The foods that we're eating nowadays, the medicines that they give us nowadays. Again, you're looking for any excuse or any piece of information that justifies the way you woke up the way you did, or feeling the way that you feel, because I look out the window and I see all these people happy and living their lives, and like, let's be honest, again, you guys see me on stream, I'm usually a pretty hype dude, I'm pretty cool, I'm pretty chill, but once the camera goes off, and you can ask my wife, what you see on stream one day might not be who I am when the cameras go off. It's weird. Like when I come into these streams and I play these games, not only playing these games is like an escape, but getting on stream with people, you guys come into my chat and interact and hang out with me, that's actually, I'm transforming myself, I guess, sort of like, again, you would have never thought Robin Williams was depressed. He was always a funny guy. People loved him and stuff like that. So when I get in front of a camera and a microphone like I am right now, I transform into something totally different. Like it's crazy. It's really weird. But the minute the shit goes off, it's back to reality.
I fully agree and fully understand that.
So
I do want to point something out. To the person that sent a whisper, I fully understand. Take your time. I know that specific things can be very rough to discuss and everything, so, do what you gotta do.
Right. Yep.
But if you do want to talk about it, we're all here,
I'm just catching up on the chat. I kind of went in a ramble for a minute and totally didn't ignore the chat, but I was in a deep conversation with y'all. Like, I was
Rec,
spilling it.
I do fully understand what you're saying, and I can relate to an extent. I mean, I don't have kids. I have a kid, and so.
Hey, Rec, I do that all the time. I've always cross-examined
What up, hero?
my decisions and my choices, and seeing, sort of like, if you believe in parallel universes, right? If you made a certain choice at a certain part in time, your life would be different than what it is now. Oh man, I can't tell you. That's a whole spider web that I can go completely down into. Yo, what's going on, Random? I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us for a little bit. All right, good night, babe.
Good night, Misty.
Baby, don't hurt me. See, I make her depressed too. No, I don't. But no, like, going back to, she don't have any of that. Now, let me ask you guys a question. If you guys have somebody in your corner that doesn't suffer from bipolar or depression or any of that, it was a rough start for me and Misty, because she doesn't suffer from any of that, so she didn't fully understand. And me trying to explain it to her, she didn't really grasp it. She had to take time out of her own life and actually research and study it. You know what I mean? To fully understand it. And there's times when we get into like arguments and stuff like that when I'm in a real bad mood. Most of the time it's usually me. She's just trying to help out, wanting to talk, and usually I'm just like, I've told you time and time again, when I'm ready to talk, I'll come talk to you. Stop bugging me. That's just irritating me. But there's... Shit, I just totally forgot what I was talking about. I'm pulling a you, a Cryptic. I'm starting to draw a blank. Like, where the hell was I going with this? That's mental health for you. That's amnesia. No, but like... Okay, I remember. Have you guys ever dealt with somebody that doesn't have bipolar and mental health issues, and they actually open up and want you to talk to them? The one thing that pisses me off is when they say, "Oh, I know how you feel. I know what you're under. I understand. I know how you feel." Like, no, the fuck you don't. Me and Misty get into these fights all the time, and I tell her all the time, I really wish for one fucking day we can just switch minds. Like,
See,
please come live a day in my mind so you can fully understand what it's like to feel with that weight, where you just want to, you got your kids, you see your kids happy and all that, and you want what's best for them. Your kids want you to go out and play. You want to be that person to go out and play. But with depression and you have no energy, it's so easy to just shove people away over it and don't even think about it until after the fact. Again, I've always I've always been that type of person where I speak before I think, and I take action too before I think sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worry about the consequences later, which sucks. Hey, Matt, I appreciate that.
I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't like just jump to like being pissed or upset like that. I get frustrated about it.
Right.
You know, it's rough having to try to excuse me, explain things to other people that don't understand it.
Right. Hey, Miss Animated.
It.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn it, Weezy.
everyone is
You
going
gave
to
me
react.
that amnesia contagion.
No, you started it first. It's the cycle, bro. It's the cycle. No, we all react differently to it. Again, like I said, my bipolar depression, my feelings, my emotions are my emotions. I don't expect anyone else to process them that way.
Yeah.
But it's nice, I've seen it so much in this chat already that they're loving that we're having this conversation. Because again, it goes back to letting everybody know, like, no matter whatever state of mind that you're in, again, I'm always, when I'm really in my really depressed states, and I'm always questioning why me, but now I see it, it's like, well, I'm not the only one, so I mean, like, it's sort of like gasses me up. Always in a constant battle, even if we aren't thinking, hey, that just goes back to what we was talking about probably about 30 minutes ago. The battle that's in your head.
Yeah.
Constant battle, day in, day out. I
Miss Animated, let's talk about that right now too.
Yeah.
In the chat.
Well, that's what I was responding back to. Hesse, thank you for those bits, dude. I appreciate it. Miss Animated, what I said earlier, not to try to sound, crazy or nothing like that. It's not like I have voices in my head, but I've had the whole conversations in my head. Sort of like there's a line right in the middle of my brain. You got the Jiminy Cricket over there, and then you got the bad one that's trying to send out the bad vibes, and that battle that you're constantly having. And then sometimes it's so severe, shit just, makes you, anything you do feels like you're making problems worse. And that goes back to taking on the world too. I mean, it's really crazy.
Yeah. Feed made another really good point that just because you have someone doesn't mean that it's not hard to go to them, because sometimes talking about the things can be just as hard as dealing with the issue itself.
One thing that Misty had to learn, and I had to learn this as well. There's those days, again, like I said, she'll come up to me and she notices, she's starting to notice these things without me even saying it. I guess my demeanor or the way I'm talking or something like that. She knows that I'm in some sort of mood. And she'll always sit there and be like, hey, you know what? Let me, if you want to talk, I'm here. She doesn't push it. And I'm always so quick to, try to deny it. The best thing I can say is you let the person know that you're there, but don't expect to have that conversation right then and there. Best thing to do is just let them be. And like I don't know, maybe I'm different. That's how I am. More likely, like I'll just come out and say I'm just in a mood or something like that. But there are people out there, right, that are in these relationships with one person that has mental health issues and the other one's not. That they start coming at you constantly. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And after you've already told them for the longest time, there's nothing wrong. I'll come talk to you later. Just give me my space. I'm just in one of my moods. I'll come talk to you when I'm ready. But they don't understand that, and they keep adding on to it, and egging on to it, and then like next you don't have that. You don't have that piece of the puzzle in your brain to process that. And you just go from I'm trying to tell you to give me my space to straight up, off the deep end. And then you're left to feel like the bad guy. I mean, I am. Yeah, Animated, it does become a pattern. Yo, Lady Sin, what is up? What is up, man? We got 20 people up in here. How is everybody doing
Holy
in the
hell.
chill zone today?
Welcome, everybody.
Man, this is lit. I appreciate you guys being here again. Thank you very much. We got KrypticReality. If you guys want to direct any questions to either me or Cryptic and want us to answer them or talk about it on stream, feel free to write it in the chat with make sure you tag whoever you're talking to, and we'll read it off the chat. With that's the thing. Me and Cryptic, we're having our like little conversation, but we also involve the Chill Zone chat with it. So again, it's more of a personal setting for you guys. I love doing this stuff. I love talking to people. I love getting to know people. It's one of those things that makes me feel good about myself, right? I mean, I've always said since day one, this is the Chill Zones podcast. So again, you guys are here. You guys have every right to ask questions. What you guys want to know, just ask them away.
Now, I will say this. A lot of people are, even you, Easy, are discussing, like, when you're in a relationship or whatever with someone who doesn't have the mental illnesses but you do, or vice versa. Something I've noticed that can be very helpful is if you both have mental illnesses.
So I've always
it
thought
helps
that
you
would
both
be
to
like,
relate.
I've always thought that was bad.
It does make things. It makes things complicated for sure, like no doubt,
right.
and can make things a little bit rougher at times. But at the same time, like it's good because you can both understand and relate, if that makes sense. Like
No, it does.
And it makes it easier to help the other person get through the issue because you know how it feels to be in that scenario.
But Animated just brought up a very good point. It gets very old retelling the same thing over and over. Like, I can understand, the first couple times, you're just looking out. And if I told you that I'm just in a mood, and you keep coming at me, asking, and you're going to get the same response. But, then my anxiety starts kicking up. My irritability starts kicking in. Like, when I want to be alone means alone. Like, please, nothing's wrong. I'll look at you dead in the face and say, nothing's wrong. I'm not mad at you. I just want to be left alone. And
like
there are certain people out there that would just keep, just egging it on. And then, like I said, it's just, yeah, let me be grumpy, god damn it. Yo, Hesse with the bits, bro. Hesse, I love you, dude. Thank you.
But at the same time, like there's that extent that a person should have to leave you alone. Like, I understand in most cases, like, being left alone can be very helpful.
Right.
But at the same time, like, depending at the scenario, like, even if the other person doesn't fully realize what the scenario is, like, it can be very good that they try their best to help you.
Right.
Like, because a lot of people just they won't ask for the help. They won't talk to other people. And I don't know if maybe it's because we try to protect them, or we try to, like, be partially egotistical that we feel we can handle it on our own, but most people just don't like to ask for the help.
I feel like I'm a burden sometimes. Even when people ask me what's wrong, you want to talk about it, part of me is like, I don't want to bug you with my problems. And Gothic, like what you're saying, I get in that pattern. It goes back to what Animated said. You get into that pattern of just saying, I'm fine. Because you don't want to feel like a burden to somebody. And it goes back to what I said, too. You also don't want to sit there and keep retelling people your feelings to someone that don't understand it. Like, again, you're talking to someone that don't know depression or anxiety or anything like that. Like, you go to a therapist, right, that's making, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's studied in books, right? But it's one of those things. It's different than reading that shit in a book than living a day in my fucking shoe. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, don't sit there and tell me you understand how I'm fucking feeling. No,
however,
you don't.
I do need to interject with this one. There's a lot of cases where you should just leave the person deal with it a little bit on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the scenario where sometimes the person that's trying to offer help or constantly asking if you're okay,
right,
it might not be that they're trying to egg you on. It could also just be that, like, okay, I deal with this a lot on my own.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been mentally abused, you're more prone to trying to make sure that everyone else is happy and constantly asking them if they're okay and if they're enjoying themselves or whatever.
Right.
Because you're insecure about your own capability to keep them entertained or them happy. You know what I mean? So like, it could be either one of the two cases. You know what I mean? And I feel that makes it very hard on people that do have, mental issues to
Right.
be able to try to like, when other people are trying to help them, because it's like, is it that? Is it not that? And then that just don't help the scenario at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunate and it
Right.
sucks,
Yep.
but it's there. You know what I mean? Like, and I try my best to keep that in mind when I, you know, do it to other people because of me having that issue. But yeah,
Hassie, I agree 100% with you. Me personally, cereal helps me out tremendously. Cereal is one of those things where I could be in like the shittiest mood, right? Wake up, got all that weight. Again, like I said, with me, it's like a weight sits on my brain. Like there's a chemical pressure that sits there. And I'm not talking like migraines or headaches. It's just you could very tell like something's weighing on your head. Cereal helps alleviate some of that to where I'm able to start talking and start opening up. And most of the time, like I said, it's not something that oh, so and so said this that made me upset, or so and so did that. It's just, where I can actually sit down and discuss. Yeah, I'm sitting there. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just got all this weight on my brain. And the next sort of like how our podcast goes. If you ever get into that right mindset where you're actually able to start opening up the conversations, that actually helps me a lot too. Because again, when I'm really depressed, I'm very introvert. I'm very quiet. I'm conservative. I'd rather talk to, just keep to myself. If I have to talk to someone or if someone asks me a question, I try to answer it as quick as possible and as short as possible because I don't want to fucking talk. I just get like that. But cereal actually opens me up to be able to talk a little bit. And then the more that I'm able to talk, I feel a lot of that pressure lift up.
see, a lot of the people in chat are bringing up some really good points. Like Mrs. Animated, but with like you got to keep other people's mental health issues in mind as well.
Oh, yeah.
Or health. Sorry. Mental health would probably be the best way to put it without sounding a little more crude about it, I guess you could say.
Right.
Rec also pointed out that like if you're a single individual and you're a parent, talking with your kids may not be the best option either because they may just not understand and misconstrue it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Trust
Misty
me,
also
I feel that.
Brought up another very good point that for people who, just don't have any mental health issues, and that they will eventually partially blame themselves because they can't help the other person, get over it or, feel happier or.
Well, Misty, I tell you, when we first start, okay, so we was together pretty much midway through our whole relationship when my bipolar and everything really kicked in. And there was a time where she was constantly thinking she did something. Because of the way that I evolved, my mind evolved. Went from ADD and ADHD to bipolar, and then I had substance abuse, and then once I stopped the substance abuse, I had nothing to help take those feelings away. So I just took them on for myself, and I was lashing out, all sorts of different ways. I was in a bad mood. I was short. I was ignorant. And it was always putting in her mind, is it me? Is it me that's something wrong? So I mean, like, again, she did the next best thing instead of just sitting there, fuck you, Wheezy, we're done. She actually did the research to find out what she was up against, and I'm glad she did, because honestly, if she didn't, I really don't think we'd be here today. I wouldn't have my family, because it's hard. I can't imagine me knowing how I am. I can't imagine if the tables were turned. You know what I mean? If Misty was the one that had the bipolar and I was the straight-minded one.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know.
That would be rough.
That's like, it's really hard. And that's the thing, babe. I see it. I know the type of, again, I don't want to say burden, because you wouldn't even say that word. But I know it has not been easy. I know that.
I do want to point out, if you don't mind, Miss Animated Vet is also talking about
I was just reading it.
sometimes, you know, if you both have the mental health things going, that sometimes what you may need to talk about, the other person can't handle, and sometimes it's even vice versa. Which is also another issue that comes into it all. But you know, sometimes the two people can work together and figure out what, you know, is a trigger and what, you know, they can talk about, and ways to deal with what they can't each,
Right.
you know,
Right.
speak to one another about. And like Mrs. Animated Vet also stated, she, you know, she goes to therapy. Therapy can be very good, depending on your experiences with therapists. I have found that therapists don't help. In most cases, they make me try to second guess my shit, and that really, really pisses me off. Because a little fun fact about Cryptic for you guys: uh, if you say I'm sitting here being egotistical, and I know that I'm not, like right now, if somebody would say I'm being egotistical, it's going to piss me off because I know I'm not being egotistical. You know what I mean? Like, you're blatantly telling me I'm doing something I'm not doing.
Well, you
and
know,
that really,
it goes back to what she said earlier. You know, we all have different ways of handling it. You know.
yes, exactly. And at the same time, I know that I keep bouncing around, but I'm trying to make sure that the chat is involved in every way possible as well.
I'll bounce
But
around, man. This is what we
Goth,
do here at the Chill Zone, guys.
Goth said that, you know, she feels that your past relationships can also affect how much you let people in, and how much like you like guard yourself from other individuals, regardless if it's just a friend, a lover, parents. That all it takes is one bad experience, and you start closing up.
Can I add on to that before we move on to the next one when you're done?
Yeah. With that being said, Goth, I fully agree. Past relationships definitely play a big role in a lot of people's mental health, and it's an unfortunate scenario where some people are just how do I want to word this without being overly crude? Ignorant shitheads. I guess is the best way to word that. You know, it sucks when people just try to play games, or they, you know, don't take other people's emotions into the calculation of what their actions are going to cause other people to have or deal with at later times.
Yeah, I want to add real quick. It also, you know, not just ex relationships, but just ex people in your past. You know.
Yes.
You know, depending on the so I was, you know, my parents were married me growing up. You know, my influences in life was pretty good. You know, I'll be honest. I never, you know, I didn't come home. You know, I didn't have a, you know, a mom's house and a dad's house. I grew up with my mom and dad, married. But you know when you're turning into a teenager, your brain's starting to work differently. You're starting to get away from that childlike thinking process and get into a more mature thinking process. And when you're in that fragile state of those ages, you're starting to get a perception of how the world works. If you get a lot of negative activity going on in those years, your perception is going to be negative. You know what I mean? I really don't think you can't see. I'm going to sound ignorant, and maybe it's because me personally, I've never experienced it. You know, I really think you'd have to have something like seriously horribly happen. You know, I've had ex girlfriends and, you know, ex friends that I could care two shits about where they're at, what they're doing. You know, they're not stopping me. You know, again, my experiences were a lot different than yours. My Cryptic's experiences was a lot different than mine. You know, so I'm not going to sit there and, you know, disagree with none of that. But I really think that you're at that young age where your brain is starting to work differently and perceive information differently and process differently. And, you know, the input that you're putting into it is the output that you're going to be giving out. You know what I mean? I mean, does that make, like, any sense at all?
Exactly.
Let me catch up on this chat. I'll let you Go ahead, Crypt, take it.
Yeah, so Misty was saying that she feels that it's never a burden. It does take a toll on her mental health, but at the same time, that's the life she chose, and she knows what she's up against dealing with, your mental health. And while she'd like to beat you, which I find ironically funny, because you two seem very jokey about it, but I don't think she'd legitimately do it.
Yo, we fought one day and she threw a box of rice at me, bro. And listen, this is how petty I can get, right? She threw a box of rice at me. Listen. Totally missed. Totally missed it, right? Hit the wall. It splattered, walked all, went everywhere. I looked at the rice. I looked at her. I pointed, like, very sternly at the ground. I said, now pick this shit up. And I walked the fuck out of the house. Didn't even look back. Nope. Sometimes it's better to just walk away.
But she did it. She said all of that in a very loving way that she wouldn't change it at all, which is a true sign of actually being there for the person. Also, God said that when she said relationship, she didn't mean necessarily romantic. She means friends, romantic, and or family.
Yeah, I mean that.
Acquaintances, anything that can be classified as a relationship, which is very understandable. And she's true when she, did say it before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Depending on the input that you're receiving, will really depend on the output that you're going to put out. Later on in life.
Yeah.
Because that's what you know. I mean.
Hesse's pointing out that his ex-girlfriend tried to control him from being able to hang out with his friends and such, and I can relate to that, Hesse. I can relate to that. Maybe not necessarily with the friends aspect, but other things.
Right. Now, Miss Animated, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Well, let's be honest, we all wear different masks for different scenarios and people. Again, you guys see me on streams, I can guarantee you I'm not this upbeat, I'm not this talkative. Once the cameras go off, once the streams go off, I'm a totally different Wheezy. It's crazy. I come in here, I put the mask on, because, yeah. So I agree 100% with that. 100%. And it goes back to what I said about Robin Williams. You would have never knew. One of the funniest guys, me growing up watching him commit suicide because he was depressed. Like, damn. Talking about masks,
it's definitely
right?
a rough, like you wouldn't expect it, but it comes out rough when it does happen. Misty, I do want to give you a little bit of good hope on this. I ever make my way over there, he better be the same person regardless. And I better see the person that he claims he's not on stream. Otherwise, I'm sticking my fucking numb, tingly feet in his ass and I'm going to have him surgically removed and fixed.
Well, hang on. There's a very good cure that I can do before any of that goes down. I might have a lot of cereal and a few drinks. Everything will be golden.
So you or
yeah,
me?
Me. I mean, I don't know what you do, but me. Shit, yeah. I'm very like I said, I'm very conservative and quiet. It's weird. I get on this mic, I get on this camera. Once it comes on, I'm fucking chatty Cathy. I'm all happy. I'm fucking moving and jumping and you guys would be like, oh, he's a fucking sweet dude. Turn off the cameras and shit. Again, Misty's throwing bags of rice at me and shit. My ex's mom came to my house on prom, asked my mom for 57. Is that $5,700? What the hell did you do, S?
See, I feel bad that you went through that, bro. For real.
Yeah.
And I can definitely relate. Maybe not to the extent the money and such, but in other ways,
You fucked your bed up. Can't say that in a PG way. I'm picking up what you're putting down, His.
Misty.
I know. She's trying to bring the humor out in this conversation. We're all deep in the conversation. Here comes Misty with her little humorous shit.
But I will say, kind of more back onto the normal subject of everything. But with all the mental health scenarios or situations for anyone, whether it being creative, playing video games, whatever the scenario that helps you express and distract yourself, it's very beneficial. And again, if anybody that's in the chat ever needs anyone to talk to, please reach out to one of us.
I was just about to say that. Yep. Yep.
You know, it doesn't matter. You know, if you text me, if you send me a DM at I don't care, 4 o'clock in the morning, even if I'm sleeping, as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna be right replying. You know why? Because that's what a decent human being would do.
And if you can't get a hold of
You know,
Cryptic, just throw a monster his way. He'll wake up.
and now you're trying to throw humor in it.
I mean, we got to. We can't just sit here and be all depressed bumps on a log. I mean.
No, very true, very true.
But no, I agree. I agree with Cryptic. Just it's really proven tonight, seeing all you guys here chatting with us and all that, that we all are dealing with some sort of fucked up shit, right? Feel free to reach out to people. I mean, even if it's not any of us, you know what? Probably some of us will probably be the best to reach out to. I feel a lot better, and my wife's gonna hate me for saying this. There's times where I can talk to a complete stranger about my shit than the ones that I'm close with. You know, does that make any sense? Because the person I talk to is a stranger. Like, I don't give a fuck what you think at the end of the day. I don't know you. I'm probably more likely not going to know you. You know, but I feel better because I vented. Well, you're not a stranger, though. You know what I mean?
Now I know why this motherfucker don't talk to me half the time.
Oh, whoa. You need to come to my house and hang out with my kids for a day. You'll see why. They don't know how to slow down.
Oh, dude, that's easy.
Oh, man. Listen, you heard me earlier. I talked about duct taping to the roof and shit.
Oh, no.
Hey, Nursing Ninja, how are you?
Oh,
Yo,
dude.
hashtag we care. Yeah,
Duct tape don't work.
Yeah, anyways, guys. Alright, let's forget the duct tape talk. Let's get back to serious business. Seriously, if any of you guys have any...
Serious.
If
you
you
just
guys...
give them a bunch of sugar and candy, let them run rampant for like an hour and a half, and as soon as they crash, it's over.
Bro, one of my kids have ADD and ADHD. I don't know which one. It's a very good possibility, all three of them. You give my kids sugar and candy, bro, I am moving in with you for at least a day. Nope, I'm not doing that.
Guess what?
I'm not doing that.
Guess what?
I'm not doing it.
ADHD is the best way to force them to crash.
Yeah, but it's the trip from point A to point B, you know, that you got to deal with, the in between. You know, I don't know.
See,
if I
Hesse said it. That. He said he'll babysit.
Oh, Hesse, come on, bro. It's all you. And then when you're done babysitting, I'll light a fire. We'll sit by a fire and have some cereal. But no, seriously, let's get back to it. Any of you guys in the chat, feel free to friend me on Discord. We got the Facebook, you know, for TeamArctic. You can add me on Twitch, you know, whisper me if you need to talk, you know, and I'm not the only one.
Twitter?
Yep, we got Twitter, we got Facebook, Discord, and I have an Instagram. Cryptic, you got an Instagram, don't you?
I don't use it.
Okay, so he has one, but he doesn't use it.
I'm so horrible.
But seriously, I mean, you know, and then you guys see everybody in the chat, you know, all willing to, you know, hashtag we care. Absolutely, guys. I mean, just, you know, if you just want an outsider's opinion, or just a vent to an outsider, and not have to worry about judgment, you know, feel free to hit. You know, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but you can hit me up. You already heard what Cryptic said. Hit Cryptic up. You know, we're here for you guys, you know. And we've been at this for 2 hours, Crypt.
Are we really?
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yes, or bubblegum. Oh, do you know how hard it is to get duct tape out of pigtails? No.
I didn't say it.
Bro,
I didn't say it.
Listen. That sounds like an anxiety attack waiting to happen right now. Like, ooh-wee. Another 4 to go? You think I'm going to be on here for another 4 hours? It'd be 4 a.m. It'd be the longest ChillCast ever. It'd be like 6 hours, bro. Like, I don't think anyone's going to want to sit on YouTube for half the day watching one clip.
The sad thing is if me and Wheezy are left unchecked, we could pull that easily. Yeah,
probably. But, you know, the conversation would definitely get off of this topic, and dude, we'd be talking about baseball or something. I don't know. I don't like baseball, but I'm just saying, like, we could just go anywhere. Then you add TACMate into the conversation. It's a wrap.
All right, Rick. Have a good night, man. Again, man, if you ever come to the need where you need to chat or anything, man, hit me up on Twitter, Discord, doesn't matter. You know, like I said, I'll reply as soon as I can if I'm sleeping or I'm busy.
Yeah, I
You know.
appreciate you being here, Rack. Thank you very much, man. You've been here for all of them so far, man. So I appreciate you,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna flip out for you later on, brother. Thank you very much. Fee, thank you for giving that shout out for Rec. You too, Hesse. Thank you very much for it. Yo, y'all getting double shout outs. Let's go. Yo, I
But
said let's go as fucking Zero typed that shit in.
on a more positive note.
Oh, Daz Frantic! Daz! What? Oh my gosh, what up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. How's everybody doing tonight?
With on a more serious note, though,
Woo.
even with mental health, bad scenarios, there's always hope. Because there's always someone, no matter how dark or hopeless it may seem, there are going to be people that can relate and help advise, either by their own experiences or experiences that they have, heard from other people who have made it through.
Right. I appreciate that, Rick. Thank you.
So, just always try to keep that in mind. If you guys ever feel down, definitely a better state to be in.
Yeah, I mean, the way that you look at it, we all have similar issues, but we all deal with them and cope with them differently. So, if you're ever looking for a different way of doing something, feel free to reach out to somebody. It goes back to what you guys were saying. It might be beneficial for two people to have bipolar or mental health issues in a relationship. Me personally, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't think it, but I never lived that. My wife, she doesn't have any mental health issues, so I don't know. Yo, Daz, thank you for the bits, dude. How was your stream? I hope it was good. Everybody that came over with Daz, welcome to the Chill Zone. This is the ChillCast. It's our very own podcast, episode 3. Just getting it started. We love it. Hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Rack, man, thank you for the penguins. Yes, Zero. We have a community that listens and supports one another. It doesn't matter what you're going through, guys. Nothing. It don't matter. We're always going to be
Zero's been saying it perfectly right there. He said the hardest part for anyone is to reach out.
Yep.
And that is true. That is very, very true. But he also stated afterwards, which you already brought up, but we have a community that listens and supports one another, which is what makes up for that, rough part of being able to, reach out.
Right. Well, I mean, when I get like that, I get very conservative. I don't want to reach out. I don't want to talk. Eventually, I will. Or in a couple hours, it might be a little bit easier for me to just come out and say, just in one of my moods. But it's very hard for me to make that first step. So, yeah, Rec.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, Rec was in here too, Daz. He was man, he's dope as hell. He's a pretty chill guy. I'm glad you guys. He said it went awesome. Got to play. Sweet. Good shit, man. That's good shit. Oh, would you just crack? Is that a monster?
That was not a monster. I still have one left, but that was not one of them. This is an adult beverage. So.
Oh, Crypt going the other way. Uh-oh.
I already had some uppers. Now I gotta put myself down a little bit.
No, see, man, that just puts me in a weird spot in my head, like the uppers and downers. Like I can't do it.
No,
It's
Friday.
Yeah. I can't.
We're all adults here.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we should all be adults. I'm pretty sure I'm an 18+ streamer, but I don't know. If I'm babysitting someone's kid, I am sorry for what they are being exposed to. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So, is there anything else that you want to elaborate on with your creativity side and how mental health helps with it, or how creativity helps cope with mental health? Purple, his
drawing
purple
a blank
pills.
now, but I'm probably certain that there will be something.
Eminem song.
It would just take the right comment or whatever to pull it out. But
hey, you know what else helps when you're in a really, really weird place with your mind? With depression, music. Music is a key to me. In my opinion, music helps every emotion get expressed. There's days where I will sit there and have my Alexa on a certain radio station and rock that shit all day long, 8 hours straight.
No, I fully agree. I fully agree. Music is such a great help. It's also such a great motivator. In fact, 99.9% of all times that I am being very creative in any way,
Right.
I have music going.
Nursing Ninja, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the chill zone.
Just because, you know, it helps to, you know, keep the juices flowing and,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. You know, music is, you know, and there's so much good music out there, and there's music for every feeling that you have. You know, honestly, if you're angry, if you're fucking angry and want to go rip shit up, man, go throw on some Slipknot or something like that.
Ooh, you talking my style.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, if you're just, like, in a real
Weezy
chill,
talking
like,
dirty to me
like,
tonight.
Like, all right, so I have this radio station. Like, any of you guys that like hip hop, I have this radio station on Pandora from this guy called Ivan B. Here, I'll type him in the chat. He's got some of that real good, like, not depression music or being depressed, but that real emotion music. That's kind of why I fell in love with NF when I first heard NF, and I started like listening more and more to him. Like, it was, you know how there's some other people out there that can just really express emotions through words. You know, and most of Ivan B's music, man, hits almost every emotion that I've ever felt in my life. Oh, you're Hesse's fiance. Yo, let's go. Welcome to the chill zone. Your fiance,
Exactly.
welcome. He's a good fucking man. You got yourself a keeper there.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the ChillCast. Hope you're enjoying the conversation so far.
Yeah. It's definitely a fun time. Definitely a fun time. Before the ChillCast, I was vibing to Hey, that Wisdom Productions. He put out some bangers. Wisdom Production actually got a. We got something in the works.
One of the biggest music that I listen to, especially when I'm feeling very creative, like as in writing, is From Ashes to New.
Yep. And you turned me on to that shit. And how many times have I told you, bro?
And this is the exact reason why, is like whether you acknowledge it or you want to agree to it, rap and poetry have a lot in common. Good rap. And
Right.
I'm not saying that as in like, you know, if you like Lil Wayne, that's not good rap. What I'm saying by good rap is like when it stays on point and it hits every piece to what they're trying to tell you.
Yep. They tell you a story and you're actually immersed into that fucking story.
Yes.
Like, you can feel every fucking vowel and every syllable that's ever said in that track. Like, that shit just hits your fucking soul. I agree 100%. Again, like I said, Ivan B does that. Whit Lowry does that. NF does that for me. You got me hip, Cryptic, back to, you know, Ashes to New. Man, I fucking love those guys, dude.
Like,
and then I discovered not popular monster, Failing in Reverse. I would have never. Yes, I would have never.
That
I
is
would have
another
never.
really good song.
Yes, I love it. Dude, I'll put that shit in the car and I will rock that shit driving down the highway. Just gotta be careful because when I listen to music like that, I'm like, beep out of my fucking way.
I'm gonna read a little bit of a lyrics out of a song, from Ashes to New that it perfectly makes my point. In regards to when it's good rap and it stays on the point of what they're trying to get across.
Right.
And this is a song called Every Second, and it's basically talking about like, at least by lyrical use, like you're fighting with your own depression and like every second like you feel like you're dying, even though you're alive. But it's also in the way that when you reflect onto it, it's like it's making you stronger, so it's giving you more hope to be able to push through.
I think I know what song you're talking about.
Matt B, which is the rap side to From Ashes to New, added this verse into the song, and it's just perfectly on point.
Right.
Every second I'm alive, I'm getting closer to my grave. I try my best to just survive. Feels like I'm broken every day. I'm hoping that I'll make it. I'm hoping, but I'm flaky. I'm cold inside this basement, time to try and fight the shaky. I'm shaking and I'm waiting, still debating on which way to go. Swaying and I'm fading. No escaping, still afraid to know.
Yep.
Inside my thoughts are erasing, so I'm bracing for a weighted stone. The world is so much colder, so I may just have to change alone. Like, that is a perfect way to place the rhyme and, the way to express it and staying on point so perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Like,
and that's just like one part of an amazing song. I've heard
yes.
so many great songs that touch on so much shit. You know, that's just crazy.
Hmm.
My own way by 3-6 Mafia and Good Charlotte. Okay. I don't think I've heard that one. Feed, I'll be honest.
But in the overall subject of what we're discussing here, music is such a great thing, no matter what kind of emotional state you're in.
Yep.
If you're about to work out, specific music will help get you pumped to do it. If you're feeling down, there's music that'll help lift you up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know,
Yeah, music
and
has
if
so
you just pay
many.
attention to the lyrics and
I will.
the way that they're trying to make things make sense and tell their story, it just speaks to you. And
Right.
I think that that's what really makes it such a great motivator and such a great hope. It does the job.
Yeah, I mean, music's just, it's powerful on all spectrums.
It truly is.
You know, you could be in a
Without
happy
a
mood and
doubt.
find happy music. You could be in a bad mood, find sad music. You know what I mean? And music's like an uplifting thing. You know, it's very, what's the word? Therapeutic. It doesn't matter what mood you're in. Even if you don't have mental health issues, music is very therapeutic for the soul. You know, and honestly, it really don't matter what kind of music you're listening to. As long as if you're enjoying it, it's just something about it, you know. Voices are beautiful, the instruments are vibing very well, and more than most, you just get so immersed into the music if you're really paying attention to it. And then you can
Yeah.
find so many songs out there that express, even if you can't come up with the words to explain to other people how you feel. I can't tell you how many times that I could never find the words to express how I felt, but I can go find a song and send it to somebody and be like, this right here. You know, like that's my theme song for the day, right? I mean, like it's so easy.
You told me to check out a song at one point, and I didn't know if I remembered it or not. If I listened to it, the fade in, fade out.
Fade in, fade out. Oh my god, dude!
And
That song
I can
fucks
tell
me
you right
up.
now, like, dude, that song is so on point, depending on your state of mind.
That shit fucks me up, man. You know, but
Yeah, it
okay,
really can,
okay.
though,
So
but it's-
also you got to be careful what kind of music you go to listen to, because it could affect your mood.
Yeah.
You know, like I was in, when I first found that song, I was in a good mood. I was just listening to. Matter of fact, I found it. They played that song on From Ashes to New Radio on Pandora on my Alexa. That's how I found it. Now I'm rocking out for a good hour, digging everything. And then when I heard that song, it took me back to a part of my life that just recently happened. That just flooded with all those emotions,
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier to get out of that funk when you're using music too, So you can go into a funk, but you can also just get out just as easy.
Out of a funk.
Yep. I mean, it's amazing how music itself can affect you. Really. And for a lot of you guys that's never heard it, do you know who sings it? I can never remember their name. The song's called Fade
I
In.
think it's Nothing More.
Nothing More. Here, I'll just put the title in the chat, and you guys can go look it up. It's
Nothing More, yeah. It's Nothing More.
Nothing More.
Yeah.
Okay. So the song's called Fade In, Fade Out. It's by Nothing More. If you guys have a moment, if you guys are looking for a good song, go listen to it. It's a good song. Hesse says he likes TLC Waterfalls. Hey, the beat. Okay, so let's take away the words for a moment and just listen to the instrumental. Instruments itself can pull you out. TLC Waterfalls, they actually had a pretty good vibe and beat to it. You know, one of those things like where you always catch yourself sitting there, you know, nodding your head or, you know, shaking your leg too or anything like that. Another good one that I really like, and this is weird. Do any of you guys know who Lindsey Sterling is?
I've heard. Yeah, she's the violinist, isn't she?
Yes. You guys want to talk about a song that will lift you up and empower you? This song came out, I don't know, 10 years ago. It's called Crystallized, and it's a dubstep. Like, I like her because she does, like, a lot of Skyrim violin music and Zelda. Like, she's a gamer chick. All right, I love it. But she did this dubstep song called Crystallized. And when I first seen it, man, it blew my mind, right? Not just because of the music, but she dances while she's playing the violin, and I'm like, dude, this girl got it. But if you go back and you listen to that song, it's one of those, it's like an anthem song. You know, it starts off real nice and slow and just not, you know, good melody to it. And then it just picks up. And it's one of those pickups, like, to where it's like an overpowering feeling. You know, where you listen to it and you're like, oh, you're ready to take on the fucking world. You know, here, I'll type it in. It looks like Gothic already knows who it is. Crystallized.
I see might even as well.
Crystallizes. That was the first song I've ever heard from her, and it made me go out and listen to her other stuff. See, I'm the type of person, when I listen to one song of an artist that I don't like or that I don't know, and if I like that song, I will go and explore the rest of their songs. Spice Girls, their one song, Spice Up Your Life, was good. I remember my sister singing the hell out of that. But
I have a bad habit that I'll go on YouTube and I'll look up a band and I'll just play a song and then I just let it rotate through like random videos.
Oh, you get one of those big playlists.
And eventually, like, it'll land on a band I haven't heard.
Right.
And then it's just like, huh, this is really cool.
Lindsay is Life. My favorite song is Shatter Me. Alright, yo, I'm gonna write that one down. I don't think I heard that one. So she's still, to this day, putting out new songs. I went and checked her out, probably like 3 months ago. And she was still posting videos called Shatter Me. See, I'm writing this stuff down because, again, like, I love music. Music helps me out with everything, so it's nice to have an abundance of music. Shatter Me. Yeah, I'm gonna check her out. Check that song out too, Gothic. Feeding Gothic, man, they're giving me song ideas here. I got My Own by 3-6 Mafia and now Shatter Me by Lindsey Sterling. Like, shit. I'm gonna be banging some music out. It seems like. Alright, so it's already getting to 12:30. You wanna start wrapping this up, Cryptic?
We can if you want.
I mean, is there anything else?
I don't have an issue going.
Is there anything else that you want to keep going with, or the chat? Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about or discuss with us? We're here. We're live.
Yeah, chat. Is there anything?
I mean, both at the same fucking time. But no, like, seriously, mental health, it's nothing to fuck with. It's not a joke, you know, just...
No, it certainly isn't.
Again, I know, you know, Zero said it earlier, you know, the hardest part is taking that first step to reach out to somebody. But if you can really do that when you're feeling like that, I promise the results come back tenfold. You know, even if you don't get your problem solved, you'll feel a lot better that you know, at least got the shit off your chest.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Almost certainly.
But we're all here, Team Arctic. We're here for everybody. You know, that's just how we roll. That's embedded in our DNA. You know that? That's seriously embedded into our DNA.
Oh shit, Hesse gifting subs.
Hesse, thank you.
X-rated, you slacking, fool.
Thank you, Hesse. Yo, Hesse, man, let me get a massive shout out for Hesse, dude. I mean, like, he's been dropping bits. He's giving subs. Like, Hess, bro, I love you, homie. I love you. Man, hey, he be sending me Snapchat videos of my streams. He casts me on his TV. I'm on his big screen in the mornings. Like, I love that.
That's fucking awesome,
I
dude.
fucking love it, dude. Dude, listen. Growing up, I've always pictured myself being famous and on TV and stuff like that, but I never thought streaming would get me there. You know, so when I see people casting my streams to their TVs and they're sitting back on their couch just watching and, you know, interacting in the chat and all that, that gives me a sense of accomplishment, but also like just I don't know. I get high on life at that moment because in a way I can sit there and say, oh, I made it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, oh my gosh, I made it. Like I would have never thought streaming would take me here. You know, and not only that, but only in the 2.5 years that I've been doing it. You know, 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that. I know I haven't been at it that long. But it's just an amazing feeling. Again, you guys do so much for me that you guys don't even know. You know, and I can't even find the words to express everything that you guys do. You know, words isn't my forefront. I stutter a lot. I stumble on my words. I mix words up. So coming up with words to express my gratitude to you guys just is not one of my strong points. But just know I love you guys. Everything you guys do, not just for being a viewer, but being a streamer with the TeamArctic logos on your streams. You know, you guys are in the Discords helping new members out. You make new members feel like they're a part of the family. You know, I think what On Mars, you know, is already talking about the love and support that he got off the Discord. You know, yesterday he got added, which I don't know where did he come from? Who added
Me.
Was that you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. He's already digging it. You know, and
That's a cool dude.
and that's
I stopped into his streams a few times. He was.
I stopped in and hosted him once, and when I followed him, but yeah, I mean, like then you got Fat Mac just getting in the Discord. You know, everyone's giving him the respect and all that.
He's just getting into the streaming.
Yep, Blurry Face, he's starting to stream a little bit. You guys went and hooked him up. We got Hesse up there. You know, the affiliate status. Man, we we've helped so many people out. You know, and I love that. Reading that stuff. I got 16 viewers.
You all's active right now, huh?
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't make me pull out the voices.
I don't know. We got a few people in here.
Make me do it. Where's X-rated?
Oh, he's in here. Shows that he's in here.
He's probably over there grinding fucking Avengers and not even fucking talking to us.
It's all good. Nah, he was chatting pretty heavy earlier. Alright, so we got Hesse, we got Gothic, we got Feed. Zero's in here. He said, "Don't worry, I heard you."
You know what, X? I will worry about you.
Oh, shit.
You know why? Because I want X to feel comfortable.
Are you comfortable, X? Do you need a...
And do you know what makes X comfortable?
Hearing Cryptic's voice.
Being a real boy.
Oh, jeez. Hey, laughing is a cure for depression, too.
It is.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah, Zero's here. I was just about to say that before X chimed in. He said, "Don't worry about me, punk." Tackman's lurking. Firefly. Everyone's just chilling. They all
Tackman
here.
probably sleeping.
Nah,
I don't know. 8 hours past his bedtime.
I don't know, man. He had that big old steak and what else was he making with it? Potatoes. Making my taters. Yeah, he could have gotten his belly full and rubbed his belly till he fell asleep. Hey, Tackman.
Hey, dude, I gotta get up and hit the bathroom quick, so I'll be back.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna take a little intermission, guys, for 2 seconds. So how's everybody doing in the chill zone? Hope you guys are enjoying this ChillCast. It's been, so far, in my opinion, an amazing one. If you guys miss it here, well, obviously you guys won't. You guys are here. I upload these to YouTube because I think Twitch will save my streams for like 2 weeks. After that, they're gone forever. So these ChillCasts, I kind of want to start getting like as you guys notice, an episodic edition of them. I got this is episode 3. We got 2 other episodes before that. Next Friday we'll be doing another episode. Next Friday after that, another episode. Like, we're gonna be doing all sorts of episodes. You know, I have a spot in the Discord for most of you guys are in my Discord. I think all of you guys are on the Discord. We have the podcast ideas channel. If any of you guys have an idea for a podcast, which you guys want to hear us talk about, or not just us, like, so I host it. Anybody that ever wants to get on a podcast, if you have an idea that you want to hop on and discuss on stream with not just me, but, you know, the community and stuff like that, as you guys can see how we do, feel free to hit up that server. Let me know that you want to get on a podcast. Let me know the subject that you want to talk about, or every once in a while I'll be randomly thinking of ideas as well, and I'll be tagging people, see who wants to jump in on us. Whoever you guys hear within these first couple podcasts are not going to be every day or every time. You know, I want to be able to give a chance for anybody that's in TeamArctic, or anybody that helps me out, you know, with the host, the follows. Anybody within the community, I want to be able to, you know, give everyone an opportunity to tell us, you know, your story. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us how you're feeling. Feed, I don't have the YouTube link as a bot yet, but give me 1 second. I'll pull it up and I'll type it in the chat for you, brother. I think it's just...
Don't worry about it. I'm already working on it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I mean, it's Wheezy Wheeze. WEEZY space WEEZ. It's pretty much the same as my stream, just without the 85 on it. So it's pretty simple. No, dude, I need to write that down. YouTube link bot. See, I'm over here writing shit down like it's a business. Like I said, guys, all the podcasts get uploaded to that. Episode 1 and 2 is already on there. If you guys missed the first one,
there we go.
The first one, thank you, appreciate it. The first podcast was about, you know, the do's and don'ts for streaming. A lot of new people, if you guys are thinking about streaming, or if you're new to streaming, that might be a good video for you to go check out. We talked about, you know, some of our successes, some things that didn't work for us, some things that did work for us. We tell you what people like, what people don't like. It's just a pretty good video and a lot of good information for a lot of newer people, new streamers, new viewers, stuff like that. And then the second one that we did was with Random Hero, Random Firefly, and Sophia. We ended up with, that was 2 planned podcasts that got smushed into one. And that ended up turning out to be a very good podcast as well. Random Hero and Random Firefly does a lot of, what's the word? A lot of fundraising, and for Extra Life and a lot of other members that's going through a hard time. They do a lot of stuff like that. So it's a good way to hear their story, you know, the reasons why they do what they do, what got them into doing that. And we also share the links to their Extra Life account. So if you guys are into that stuff, charities, yes, thank you, Hess. I don't know why my mind is pulling blanks. I think it's the lack of cereal. I think it is. I tried to have some cereal before I went live, but my kids were all, you know, up my butt and all this. So the show has got to go on with or without, right? Now, you might see my head dip off to this side for a second, but don't judge. But yes, and then we pulled Sophia into that one as well. She lives over in the UK, and we wanted to talk about cultures and stuff like that. Both podcasts are over 3 hours long. They're almost 4 hours long, actually. So if you want to watch them, just make sure you clear up some time on your schedule. But they are some good podcasts. They are some really good podcasts. I really don't have a favorite. I can't, like, as of right now, like this podcast that we're doing right now, Kryp, is going to be definitely be up there with it. You know, just one of again, I love everything that we do. You know, the whole podcast scene is just amazing. We all have great content. Gothic says she's going to judge me if she wants to. Just judge me in secrecy.
The podcasts are always so full of like useful information.
Yeah.
to get to know the people that are either involved or, even stuff you can use to better yourself. So, I mean,
There. Now you can judge me.
they're all great and, in every way, so.
Yep. No, I mean, like I said, I like how we could take an idea and run with it and it being a success. This was...
definitely, dude.
This was... The whole idea of a podcast was just, it wasn't a joke, but it was... Oh, well, no, I guess you can kind of say it was a joke. We all got into like a heavy conversation one night, and I said, yo, this would have been a good podcast idea. Looking for a joke, and everyone jumped on and be like, oh, dude, it's actually a pretty good idea. And here we are.
Yeah.
We're on episode 3. People's still giving me ideas. People's hitting me up for podcasts. So, I mean, like, as long as if I keep getting fed information that you guys like seeing this, I think that's, definitely it's motivating me to keep going. It's motivating me to, keep thinking of new ideas, new content to talk about. I mean, seriously, like, right now where we're at, skies is the limit. And I want to take over that whole fucking sky. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to, like, dominate that shit. I mean, that's just me.
No, I agree.
Again, I mean, we're talking about creativity. I guess I said I'm not a very creative person, right? I said that at the beginning of the podcast. But if you think about it, and I'm not trying to sound ignorant or self-conceited, but, like, I guess you can say I'm somewhat creative. I created TeamArctic. I mean, like, that alone, and then dealing with mental health issues on top of running a fucking stream team, and being a stay-at-home dad, that's rough. It's really rough. It's really rough. So, I mean, like, to have this outlet, this right here, to me, content creator. This right here, to me, like, again, I get on camera, and in front of the mic, I transform into someone totally different. I'm very, very, okay, so, yeah, I mean, Hessie's saying I am creative. See, I didn't think of it like that, I really thought when we sitting here, we was going to, Cryptic was going to talk about his creativity and stuff like that, which we did, but I never once sat there and thought about me being a creative person. But I guess in a sense, I guess
you're just creative in a different manner.
In a different way, yeah. And again, that's because I'm being simple-minded. I'm looking at your creativity and the way that you do it, and I'm thinking, I don't do none of that, so therefore I'm not creative. But that's also, that goes into that rapid thought process as well. You know what I mean? Have you ever had those rapid thoughts, like where you're thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking of 500 different fucking things? And that's, cereal slows that process down. It really does. Lets me be able to comprehend a lot of those thoughts and a lot of that stuff that's going through my head. So.
And most times that's what keeps me the fuck awake at night.
With the rapid thought process?
Mm-hmm.
See, if I eat something before I go to bed, and then I have, like, a fat bowl of cereal, that actually tuckers me out. I'm done. See, it was crazy. Like, if you would have told me 5 years ago, Hess, I would have been doing this. This right here, streaming, anything to do with streaming, I probably would have laughed at you. I mean, like, I would have never in a million years thought that this was something I would have done. Ever. I love playing video games. Even when streaming...
See, y'all got it backwards.
See, when streaming first came out, like, I didn't understand it. Like, yeah, no, I just want to get on and play my games. I'm glad I did. Because I'm able... okay, I can see it. Because I'm able to express myself in a creative way. I get on camera, I get on a mic, I got this whole Wheezy persona. That's just me, being creative. And it goes back to what Miss Animated Vet said. A lot of us just put masks on depending on where we're at and who we're with. So I guess when I get on here, I'm able to put that Wheezy mask on. And I'm someone totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes hand in hand with what I'm trying to say, Hess. And you know what? I'm addicted to streaming as well now. I can't get on an Xbox. Like, I played last night with Fat Matt. If you guys noticed, KrypticReality, you guys was in a stream.
Yep.
I hopped on around 8 o'clock last night, and he was streaming. So I'm like, you know what? I know X wouldn't stream on those nights that I was streaming, just out of respect and all that, which I don't mind. I really don't. You guys heard my philosophy. if I'm streaming and you guys want to play and stream, please, by all means, do. You know, there's been a few people that's reached out to me and asked, hey, would you be upset if I streamed right now? I know you're streaming. I tell them, no, absolutely not, dude. Like, first off, who am I to tell you no? You know, and two, you know, if you have the TeamArctic on your scene, you know, it's a win-win for me, but it's also a win-win for you because that's more time that you spend on the stream, getting followers and connecting and all that. You know, I'm never going to be able to be mad at somebody. No, don't stream because I'm streaming. Like, man, fuck that. Fuck that. I made my own success. I expect everyone else, you know, to make their own success as well. You know, and you got to do it any way that you can. So I would never get upset.
Well worded.
Yeah, I would never get upset for anyone that wants to stream when I'm streaming. You know, what was it when we was playing Halo for that first night when we was doing Halo nights? Remember, X was like, man, I don't know if I want to stream. I'm like, dude, fucking stream. That's 3 of us with TeamArctic's logos on our streams. Like, we're about to take over that whole list. You know, that's the way I look at it. The more that we have out there, the better it is. You know, I'm not worried about that. You know, so.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah, that was fun, Hess. That was hella fun. All right, Kryp. Yeah, I'm starting to get my eyes a little heavy.
Oh God.
Yeah, man. I know. My butt's starting to hurt too. This chair that I got is just a regular computer chair, and it's like it's like 15 years old, so the butt cushion's like really flat on it. Dude, like seriously, like if you noticed my last couple streams, I've been streaming like 4.5+ hours. You know, 5 hours, which that's pretty long for me. You know, usually in the mornings I'm.
Weezy's booty is hurting.
My booty's hurting. Yo, you remember that 12-hour stream I did? I couldn't fucking walk. I couldn't walk.
Do I?
Dude. Yeah, I think it was after my second surgery. When I come back and after I recovered,
I
was able to get on, I streamed for 12 hours. My ass was hurting. My shit was like,
it,
dude, I was walking like an elephant got a hold of me with, you know, chloroform. Like it was just.
So what is that your way of saying that we gotta wrap this up?
Yeah, here in a minute. Last. Oh shit, what's that word I'm thinking of? Last call. We'll call it last call. Any last information? Any last questions that the chat wants to ask us? Cryptic, anything else that you want to add to?
Oh my God,
to this ChillCast?
Twitch.
Oh jeez, Twitch. Yeah, you got to be careful with them late girls, man. Them late girls looking like Swamp Thing, bro.
Does anyone in chat have any more questions? Anything that they want to bring up in regards to any of the conversations we've had tonight?
You have a Danella? I'm trying to make sense of Hessy's. Can you help me out with that one? When my ass hurts, it's because in a... Yeah, Hess, you can explain. Absolutely. Oh, you're good, Twitch. You're good. I know that you're a busy dude, so
Thank
I mean,
you,
like,
Feed.
that moment that you can take to just even hop in here for a second, bro, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yo, Hesse, that's the most disgusting, savage thing I've ever heard, dude. That's awesome.
That's fucking great.
Oh, shit. Feed, thank you. Thank you. Nah, I'm only as awesome as you guys make me. You know, you guys are the ones that's awesome. I'm just feeding off you guys. You guys are giving me that input, and I'm just giving it right back out. Again, like I said, the input determines the output. So, I greatly appreciate y'all being here. That's crazy. He calls the pimple on his ass that, and it's his ex-girlfriend. I don't know, Twitch. I mean, it's up to you, bro. That's totally up to you. I don't know. Depends on how the rest of your night's going to go, I guess, or if you took that magic blue pill.
Oh God.
You're kind of too young for it, but hey, man. Whatever works, brother. No, he said something in the chat that I didn't understand. Like I was misreading it or something. He just clarified it's a pimple on his ass that he named after his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
like that's so fucked up, but so funny. I've never heard anyone say this shit like that. Like that took me back for a minute. Like, wait, what? All right, guys. Last call in the chat. Anything else before we wrap this up? Again, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. This was another awesome podcast. Cryptic, thank you for being here, man. I loved it.
Thank you for having me.
It was great content.
Thank you.
Hey, this was again. Hey, can I get a shout out for Cryptic? This was his idea. This was his brainchild. Do a flip before you go, man. My gun will fire. 50 Shades of Twitch.
Thank you, Hesse.
Oh man, the chat's comedians right now.
I know, right?
Twitch wants me to do a backflip. I'll tell you what, I will flip my cigarette pack there. I did a quadruple 360 ninja flip. You're gonna say Wheezy do a backflip, but that's null and void now. No, I don't want to do no backflips. I'll break my neck.
It's after hours. I'm allowed to be dirty.
I mean, technically it's after midnight, so it's Saturday morning. Like, hey,
This is true.
He's still getting the party on. Yo, Albania Flag. I know I said your name wrong. I'm sorry. It's late at night over here. Yeah,
Probably
I appreciate
Albania flag.
Yo, he dropping the booties. You see that? It's purple booties.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, he got that twerking shit going on. Hesse, he's trying to pull the Wheezy one time on a podcast. Oh, that was actually Gothic that said that first. Oh shit.
Yeah, God said it first.
Oh man. How do we Wheezy one time on the podcast? Do we just repeat everything we've been talking about for the last 2.5 hours? Almost 3 hours?
I don't know.
Yeah, Gothic said it first. I seen it. My chat's starting to go a little bit. HBO specials. Yeah, I like that. See, my rapid thought, I'm picking and choosing. Not picking and choosing, but the ways that I'm reading them. I'm reading everything here, but it's not a Wheezy stream without a Wheezy one time. I'm just trying to figure out.
Have a point with that.
I know. Hey, we even did that yesterday on Matt's stream. He's like, man, should we play one more, bro? And I said, come on, man, we gotta do that Wheezy one time. And I had to explain to him what Wheezy one time was.
Certainly did.
Hesse, I was actually watching Cinemax, not HBO, late night. The Wheezy special. I don't think y'all ready for the Wheezy special. You're gonna have to hit my OnlyFans up for that one. Yo, you can sub to my Snapchat if you want that Wheezy special. Nah, I'm joking. I mean, if things are going to get heated here, I'm going to have to do. Got it. Skinemax, yes, that's what it was. Oh, Twitch has an OnlyFans. I need to go update some shit. Oh, Twitch, have a good night, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.
Have a good night there, Twitch. Thanks for stopping by.
Man, that's crazy. All right, Cryptic, you got any last things you want to add to this podcast before we go ahead and empty it? I said empty it. As I was reading Twitches. Damn it. See, I can't talk. I can't multitask. Have fun, Twitch. Wash your hands when you're done.
Yeah, I actually do have something, if you don't mind.
No.
So, a lot of you guys know, the whole point of being creative, like the creativity and everything that we discussed tonight, was brought upon by my idea. That playing a major factor into me being me, being very creative, and everything like that. A lot of you guys know I make YouTube videos. I make screen graphics, like what's on screen right now. You know, I do all of that fun stuff, and I guess what I'm trying to say without making myself any more nervous is I have a world premiere for all of you guys of a brand new video.
I forgot about that.
Um,
Oh, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this.
it's been something that's been in the works for a couple weeks. The time that I've been dealing with all my severe back pain, and I had to get some. Dear God, I'm sitting over here getting emotional.
Let it out, brother.
I had to get some form of the pain out, and you know, I wanted to make something special in my time off, and I told Weezy I had something I had to have him play over the stream tonight, and he set something up so he could do it.
Yep.
So
You want
Weezy,
me?
if you could start setting that up a while.
Okay. Guys, listen, my computer's running at max capacity, so as I'm setting this up, we might lag a little bit, but it will clear itself up when it's set up. Just bear with us, guys. Again, this is why, if you guys come into my stream on a daily, I'm putting out a donor link. I ask for donations, but they're not required. All that donations will go back into helping me build a better PC that can actually maintain the experience that you guys are seeing. So again, bear with me as we do this. I got it pretty much set up. There's just a few things I got to do while we're live, and that's going to cause my stream to run not rough, but it might glitch a little bit, or load lag a little bit. Just bear with me. It'll clear itself up before we even start this video. Again, Cryptic, thank you. This is a world premiere. No one's seen it. I think, Crypt, you said only you and one other person.
That was a non-extra edited variant.
Okay, so this version no one's ever seen. So we as TeamArctic,
except for me.
Okay, except Crypt. We as TeamArctic, we get to experience this our first time, and this is done by Cryptic. So let's I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up, guys. Again, bear with us if we start to lag a little bit. I promise you the stream will straighten itself out.
Now I do want to put out there, guys. Like I said, I've been dealing with severe back pain and hip pain, and this was kind of something I was doing in the meantime of that, even as much as it hurt me. And like I said, I'm a creative person, so I hope everyone enjoys it. I know one person will, and yeah, you're good to go, Weezy.
Alright, give me 1 minute.
I'm just gonna shut up so that way when it plays you can
It's booting up right now.
see it and hear it and everything.
Alright. Alright, are you guys ready?
What's up,
Shit.
Easy?
Stop!
Hey, man.
Damn. Alright, hang on, I gotta make it full screen. Guys, we just figured out how to do all this shit tonight, so bear with me. Alright, I'm going to wait a minute and let it buffer. Alright, but you guys should be able to see it here in a second. Is my stream? It's lagging a little bit, ain't it? Crip, are you there?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just waiting for my stream to catch up. Can anyone see it? I gotta watch my stream, and my stream's like 30 seconds delayed because I got it in performance mode.
I see your Streamlabs.
Okay, you see Streamlabs. All right, so are we ready? We ready, guys? Everyone's saying yes. All right. All right. Thank you for the subs. Let's go. Wait, what?
What's up, Wheezy? Hey, man. We got a little something for you.
The fuck?
You know how you said I inspired you to start streaming and all that? Well,
There's no sound coming through.
a couple of members in the group
Yeah, turn
want
it
to
up.
say something to you.
Hang on, hang on.
You've inspired a lot of them and even myself.
Dude,
To start streaming.
there's like no sound? Or just very minimal?
It's like a whisper, so you gotta turn the sound up.
Alright, I'm just gonna restart it. But holy shit. Yeah, y'all about to make me fucking cry.
Turn the volume up on the video.
What's up, Wheezy?
Is that a little
Hey,
bit
man. We got a little something for you. You know how you said
There you
I
go.
inspired you to start streaming and all that? Well, a couple of members in the group want to say something to you. Because you've inspired a lot of them and even myself to start streaming more. I know I haven't did it a lot, but I'm going to try to get back into it. And that's because of you helping too. So I appreciate what you've done for me, and the community appreciates what you've done for them, and now they want to show their thanks to you.
Dude.
Love you, brother.
Hey, Wheezy. You're nuts, man. I always thought you was crazy when we were in H&H together. Goofy stuff. I said, what the hell? I want to see what you were doing with streaming, so I put it on. You got me hooked. Then there was Duke Stars. And then you had the crazy idea to start the team. And I'm like, let's go! Jumping in feet first. We got this craziness going, and it's a blast. I can't wait to see what else is going to happen and what kind of shit we gonna get ourselves into, brother. Let's get her done. Yeah.
Yo, man, what's up, Wheezy Wheeze
Yeah, see
85? I just want to say a few things, man. I just want to personally thank you for helping out the team so much. You do so much for the team. You go all out for this team. You are amazing, and I'm very proud to be part of it. I really hope you know that. I'm proud to be a part of it. You are an amazing team leader. You're an amazing person, amazing human being. But I think that's the same thing, but I'm sorry. Anyway, I just want to say that thank you. I mean, just thank you for being you, and thank you for being positive and supportive and hearing me out, letting me be able to talk to you.
Damn it, Cryptic.
Me personally, I think you're an amazing, amazing person, and a lot of people feel the same way. You are amazing. You are good at what you do. You're fun. You have this showcast, which is absolutely amazing. You really, really are a great friend and a great brother, man. I really hope you know this, for real. Thank you for helping me out, and thank you for helping the team out, as you always do and always, always have. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. And I hope you like this video.
Thank you, Ash.
Massive shout out to you today. We're all going to be showing appreciation for everything you've done. Thank you for making the team, because without the team we wouldn't have met one another. We wouldn't have made all these great bonds that everyone's made. Quite a few of us even hook up every now and then for streaming with each other, which really helps one another grow. But like we said, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this team. We wouldn't have all these amazing people and the communities that they've made. We've all combined all our communities together, which is fantastic. You do so much, Weezy. You know, you do loads. You may not think you don't do anything, hardly, but you know what? You do more than your fair share. We appreciate everything that you've done for us. Wouldn't want it any other way. You're amazing, Weezy, you and your family. You're all awesome. Even this little family of community that we've got together is amazing. You know what, you couldn't ask for more than anyone else, you know what I mean? TeamArctic's going to rise to the top no matter what. Like you said, you grow, we all grow together. You know what I mean? Same with everyone else, we appreciate you, love you all. I know it's only a short message, but Crypt said keep it a bit short. was a bit nervous making this. Yes, I've got the mask on, but safety, safety. Love you all. Keep at it. Everything you're doing, rock on, chill zone. Love you all. Bye.
What can I say about our fearless fucking leader, Wheezy Wheeze? Other than the fact that this man put an entire team on his back. It didn't just make it a team, he turned it into a family. We went from Mixer over to Twitch, and guess what? We survived it. We survived it better than anybody else out there, in my opinion. Why? Because our fearless fucking leader, Wheezy Wheeze, turned our team into the biggest success over here on Twitch because he had to stick together and believe in one another. That says leader to me all around. I appreciate everything you do for us, man. Seriously, I appreciate you making me a mod. You know, you told me because my heart and passion was with this team. But honestly, dude, my heart and passion honestly probably comes from you. Because you inspire me to be better just like you inspire most of all of us to be better. Whether it's to stream, to reach out to people, support. All of it, man, all that inspiration that you give rubs off on us, man. I'm not trying to make you cry, but if you want to cry, I would enjoy it because hopefully I'm watching
I've been
right now
crying
as
for
you're
like the
reading
last
or
2
watching
fucking
this,
minutes, dude.
and I'd like to see some fucking tears, dude. I won't
Look.
call you a little bitch, but I'd like to see some fucking tears. Make it happen, Captain.
I want to give my brother Wheezy a shout out. Thank you
Oh,
so
yeah, I
much for
got
helping me
beavers.
and others start up streaming. You are the one everyone can come to for
Oh
guidance
my
and
god,
help.
dude.
And all that hard work and dedication is now finally paying off. I love you, brother. Keep it up.
Hi Wheezy, Gothic, and Mini Princess here, and we just wanted to tell you how much we appreciate everything you've done. How you've inspired us not only in our stream world, but in real life as well. You have helped so much with me supporting streaming. You were a big part of the reason why we did Support Squad. And even during this hospital stay, you have been a big help with me and with little Mini Princess here. And we want you to know how thankful we are. Can you say thank you, Wheezy Wheezy?
Thank you.
Alright, you have a wonderful day.
What up? It's your boy Grantless17. Wheezy, we're just making these videos to say how much we appreciate you. I always enjoy coming into your streams, man. You're hype every time. You show a lot of passion in your streams, and it's helped inspire me to do better in my streams. And I love that you're taking on this podcast idea. I'm excited to see where that's going to go for you. I appreciate, all the support from you and Chill Zone. You guys are great. Thanks for bringing me into this community. It's something great that you've built here.
Y'all just really had to hit me with this shit while we're live.
And we all just want to say how much we appreciate you. You got a lot of people in your corner, bro. So we can't wait to see where streaming and this new podcast take you, because you're a great guy and we appreciate all you do for us.
Hey Wheezy, we just wanted to tell you how much TeamArctic means to us and how grateful we are just to have met you and everything that you guys have brought to our lives. The joy, the laughter, the goofy antics that Hero does. We are just super, super blessed.
Wheezy, we would not be where we are today if it wasn't for TeamArctic, and we owe pretty much the stream career and heroes and villains to you and what you've created. We love you and keep up the great work, man.
Hey, what's up, Wheezy? Listen, man, as you can see, everybody's done their part, trying to be supportive to you, giving you thanks and everything. If you don't mind, I'd like to take a few moments to, thank everyone for that and everything before I get down to my side of, this whole discussion. Not even discussion. This video. I want to thank Grantless, Sophia, the Random Clan, X-Rated, Tackman, Psy, Hesse, everyone that's put any time into this, I do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Without you guys, this probably wouldn't have happened at all. I know there were a few times where I just didn't know if it was going to continue to be a thing, and I really do appreciate it, so thank you guys so much. At the same time, I'd also like to give you a brief explanation of how this all came about, Wheezy. I had an idea one day that I wanted to get all of us together as best as we could, and I wanted to more or less hijack the podcast, the ChillCast, and
well, good job. It was
what
a
I mean
success.
by that was I wanted to get it to where you'd be okay if I basically ran it, and I would message people individually and be like, all right, jump into the party. And then they would jump into the Xbox party and they'd give their thanks and, you know, everything. And then they'd leave and then the next person would come in. And I pulled some people into a separate Discord server, and we went through this. Well, I explained it. They thought it was a cool idea, you know, it was nice. And then Sophia, you know, lo and behold, the two creative people so far, she said, well, why don't we do like short videos and just make like a big video for you? And everyone seemed to have liked, you know, a mixture of the two, so that's what we went with. Okay, now Wheezy, back to the whole video aspect for you, my man. Listen, man, I've been there from the day that you, like the beginning of you streaming on Mixer. You know, we used to play a lot. I was in your streams a lot, dude. And, you know, the amount of progress you've made as a streamer, an individual, and everything, dude, has just been astounding. Congrats on that, man. Like, for real. You've done a hell of a great job on that. You know, on top of that, man, like, anytime I've needed support, I've needed advice, anything, dude, you were right there. So, when everyone's saying thank you for being there for everyone, regardless if they're streaming, if they're not streaming, getting started streaming, everything, man, like, trust in that, dude. We all are saying basically the same things, and it's so appreciated, man, and so welcomed that you have no idea. And
I am too cryptic.
You know, to add on to that, man,
always expected this.
You're my brother, bro. Like, I know a lot of people just say it, but I honestly think of you as like a brother that I should have had that I didn't. We just get along so well. You know, we've had our differences on some things. You know, we see things in different views, but we've stayed in contact. You know what I mean? Like, and even when we didn't, we ended up getting back in contact. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Everyone that I've spoken to in depth kind of knows this. There was a dark time in streaming for me when I completely walked away. And that was including walking away from you. And I feel bad for doing that, but that was the best way I figured I could do it without being, how do you want to say it? Like, playing favorites. And I seen you were streaming one day and I jumped back in, dude, and just the amount of progress that you've made, the way that your community was acting, the way that, you know, I jumped in, said hi, and everyone was like, hey, you know, being all nice and friendly and everything. And even just the way that you were presenting yourself now is just an inspiration, man. Like, it brought me back to streaming for the time that I was streaming again, and I couldn't ask for more, man. Like, you're so inspirational, you're so supportive, you're such a great friend, you're an amazing family member. I mean, look at it, dude. Like, even when your kids weren't in school, dude, like, you would take time away to make sure that you could have them play and make sure that they were taken care of in the middle of your streams, dude. Like, that says something, man. Honestly, dude. You know, thank your wife, Misty, for allowing you to stream as much as you do, man. Thank your kids. You know, your whole family's fucking amazing. You know, we may only see little bits and pieces of you guys, but hands down, you guys are fucking amazing. Thank you guys so much. You know, back onto the subject of, like, and then, you know, as I was streaming, if I needed any help, I needed any advice, you are right there to give it or send me to the right place. You know, if I need advice on anything, you're right there. You're trying to help. You're trying to give this advice. You know, regardless if it's going to help or not, you're there to try to give it. And I appreciate that to no living end, my friend.
Dude, I want your mask, Cryptic.
Dude, sincerely, I wish you the best. I hope that, you know, everything works out just fucking peachy for you, man. I know it will. You know, you're doing so great. This team, like, and that's another thing, Wheezy. You created this team, a stream team that evolved into a family. Okay, and you know when Mixer shut down, TeamArctic didn't crumble at all. You know, like other teams, we came together, we pushed forward, and when we made that transition, we got better. Right? We are a family. There is no team to it anymore. We are a family. Alright? And anyone that disagrees with that needs to go get their head examined, because we are the true definition of family. I don't care what anyone says, my friend. And
thank you, Ninja.
You know, you made the team. You're inspirational. You're such a great, amazing human being. You're a great father, from what I've been able to see. You're a great husband, dude. Like, I'm astounded. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way either, man. Like, I'm so proud of you for everything you've accomplished. I know you're gonna go way further. And, you know, I'm so proud to be a part of this team, regardless if I stream or not. Because this team and family, my bad. You know, I've gotten to meet so many cool, amazing human beings from this. And that's all thanks to you. Yeah, I might have met them in another team and everything, but it still doesn't change where it happened. The vibes of where it happened. The vibes of how it happened. You know what I mean? And, you know, Weezy, this is coming up on like it's an 8-minute video so far on this part. And, you know, man, like, thank you so much for everything. Sincerely. I'm not gonna make any jokes about crying and nothing.
Thank you.
But bro, I gotta say something. X-rated, my friend. Some goofy ass goggles you got going, but rock 'em, bro. Rock 'em. All right, Weezy, my friend. I will end this up. So I just want to say I'm very appreciative of everything you've done for me, everything that you continue to do for everyone else, everything you've done for everyone else. This amazing family you've created, and dude, just keep going where you're going, and you're gonna make it in no time, dude. You'll smash the, you know, goals you have, and everything. We got your back. That's for damn certain. And one more thing, man. Cheers to you, homie. Much appreciated. Love you. Take it easy.
Dude, I'm speechless. Like, damn you, Chris. Oh, I didn't think I was. Yo, guys, thank you. Damn. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all.
Why do you think I said it was a creative thing?
You guys are pretty slick. You guys are pretty slick, man.
I even calculated title to throw you off.
Y'all are pretty slick. I mean, like, dude. Oh my god. Thank you. Cryptic, thank you. Guys, Hesse, P, Gothic, Zero, Grantless, Tackman, I mean, everyone that was in the video. damn. So I never thought that I would have been making an impact like that. You know, I thought streaming was just going to be something fun. I didn't think I was ever going to make anything like an inspiration to people.
Well, now you can show the wifey and the kids so they can hear the thank you to them as well.
Dude, they're probably going to cry just like I am. I mean, like, I appreciate you guys. I say that all the time. Like, all the time. And I really do, guys. That shit, I mean, I never expected that, man. It's almost like accepting an award at an award ceremony. Is this how it's supposed to feel? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to process what I'm feeling right now. Like, go figure, right? We had to have this podcast that we had today. And then you guys just had to end it with, this was the Wheezy one time, huh? Very clever one time.
Yes, it was.
Oh my god. Guys, thank you. I don't have the words for the shit, man. Like, holy shit. I love you guys. Team Arctic. I fucking love you guys, man. Like,
and we love you, apparently.
I mean, you guys, I've always said it, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are the ones that inspire me to keep doing. I never thought that I'd inspire you guys like that. Like, it's just, I see, my anxiety's starting to race, and I'm starting to stutter over my words. Like, I just, guys, much love. I appreciate that. Man, YouTube's gonna see me cry and shit like that. Oh my god.
Actually, no, because if you remember, I said I have it unlisted, so nobody can see it unless they can share it.
No, but the podcast to be up there.
Oh, yeah.
They could just fast forward all the way too. Which, I mean, like, I could clip this out if you guys want to keep this.
No.
You, I mean, it's up to you.
No, let it go.
YouTube. Easy one time. Love you, bro.
YouTube.
Feed, I love you, bro.
You can't copyright strike this, dude.
No, I'll put it on YouTube. I mean, like, guys, like,
I am Cryptic, the one who made the video. I give him permission to use my video, so...
There we go. There we go. You heard it first. YouTube ain't ready for us. Well, they better get ready because TeamArctic's fucking coming. It's coming like... Yeah. Yo, that just fucking fueled me to go even harder now, guys. Like, see, like, at first I'm all, like, emotional. Like, damn, I can't believe this. And now it's like, the fire's burning. Like, fuck, we're going to do it even bigger and better. And just... Now I'm going back to that emotional state. I can't. Y'all really fucked my night up tonight. You know that, right? I'm going to go in bed and I'm just going to toss and fucking turn. And be like, seriously, I'm at an awe right now, like, just, oh, you know, like, holy shit.
Hey, Weezy, have you noticed what's all happened so far this week?
What?
Started getting worried about the little one going to school. Yeah. Team came together, got you a game.
Yeah.
Team made you a video.
It's amazing. I mean, just... I Nursing Ninja, thank you for those bits. Oh my god. Like, seriously, like, I don't... Like, I'm sitting here like, man, I should give you guys a speech. But I don't have the words to come out. Like, y'all gonna have to give me a little bit to process this. Like, this is... It's amazing. It's amazing.
And to think, this has been in the works for like 2 weeks now.
So this was your covert...
All of it.
This was your covert operation?
Why do you think I asked if I could get on the podcast, just me and you?
I thought you
and
just
I had to
wanted
scramble
to have,
for a reason.
I thought you wanted to have a legit conversation. I didn't know that this was all planned to.
I did, but
video,
at the same time, like, I needed a way to sneak it in there.
That was, listen, the way that you guys did that everybody that was in the video, and then the way that you approached me about this and having me set this up like this, that was slick. That was slick. Like, you guys put me on the spot live, having me getting all emotional and shit. I mean,
Thank you, Hesse.
Thank you, Hesse. Everybody, thank you for being here. I mean,
Wheezy, me and X were talking after the team gave you the game, and the first thing that came to mind after X said, "Oh, Wheezy's almost crying about a game," was this motherfucker crying about a game? Just wait till Friday.
oh,
Shit.
Man. I mean, dude, I had no expectation of seeing a video like that, right? I thought it was going to be like one of your new montages. And then, like, next you know, thank you, Wheezy. I'm like, wait, what? And then here's Tackman, and I'm like, oh, shit. And it's just rolling and rolling team members. I'm like, oh, my God, no. Y'all caught it, right? Like, I can't say it was my allergies. I can't say I'm not crying. Like, y'all straight caught me. Caught me with my pants down and my tears fucking flowing. Like, all right, my pants wasn't down. But we saw it live. Yes, I cannot fake this. Now y'all can go to Twitter and tell the whole world y'all seen Wheezy cry on stream. But no, seriously, you guys are the reason why I do what I do. You know, if I didn't have the community, you know, I'm pretty sure I would have fell off and would have gave up. You know, I see so many people that just quit. You know, and it's amazing. I never when Sai said you came up with that crazy idea to create the team, this right here, what we have, wasn't even on the fucking spectrum of the thought process. It wasn't, you know. So I mean, Kryp, you said, you know, when you said seeing how I was when I first started to where I am now, you know, the achievements I don't look at stuff like that. You know, it's one of those things, you know, like, you live in the house with your child, so you see your child grow, right? And so someone's like, oh, they got big, you're looking at them like, no, they're pretty much the same. You know, that's how I'm looking at myself. Like, everyone's like, oh, man, you're banging out. I'm like, man, this is how I've always been. But hearing it like that, you know, like, we've been through a lot of shit. We've been through a lot of shit. You know, the shutdown of Mixer. Gothic said it earlier, you know, the drama, you know, and at the beginning of the group, you know, when we first created the team, the drama that came through it. And there was some really rough times, guys. I'll be honest, there was some times that when I created this team, I never thought that it would be this, oh, what can I say? I'm going to say it, no one take offense to it, but aggravating. And it's not aggravating for the simple fact, like, I would rather hear people complain about support than hear some of the drama and bullshit that goes in people's personal lives, right? Like, I am a leader of a stream team. We are here to stream. Now, don't get me wrong, I love being with you guys in your personal lives. I do. But then there's, you know, and most of you guys know what we're talking about, but it got out of control. And I almost gave up. I almost just tapped out. I'm sure I can go back into mine and Sai's messages on Discord telling them, listen, I'm giving up the reins of the team. I just want to go back to being a stream member, you know, a team member. You know, I don't want to have to deal with all this bullshit. I just want to play the games. I was almost at that spot, you know, and I don't know, man. I mean, like, I just didn't quit, and I never thought in a million years that me streaming my games and just sitting here and interacting with you guys, I would have never had that influence on anybody. Like, that's mind blowing. You know, listen to me. I'm just fucking ranting and raving and, like, can you jump in here for a minute, Kryp, so I can take a breath? Like, thank you guys. That's all I can say is thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for giving me that desire to keep going. You know, I don't want to see TeamArctic fail, because then that means I failed a lot of you guys. you know, and I don't want that. And I don't want that for anybody. When I eat, you guys are eating. You know, I believe in that. You're, you know, you guys always heard me say that. When I make it to the top, I'm reaching back and picking up the whole team. You know, when I make it, you make it. When I get it, you know, when I grow, we all grow. You know, that mentality that I have goes, you know, through and through every corner of this group, of this team, you know, of this family. You know, you guys are all family to me at this point, and that's just, as long as I seriously think if we keep that vibe, that feeling vibe, let these new members coming in, you know, word of mouth will soon start to spread, and we will take over. Team Arctic will be on fucking billboards going down the highway. You know what I mean? Like, yo, look out. 2024, Henry the Penguin's going to have his own Converse. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. We're going to have our own Converse tennis shoes with Henry the Penguins on them. Chuck Taylors. Some old Chucks with Henrys. Who wouldn't like that, right? Like, dude, I would own, like, every pair of color possible if we had some Henry Chucks. We are family and nothing will change that. Absolutely, Gothic. I agree 100%. No, Hess, I just seen it. This was the world premiere, man. It was first time ever seeing this video, bro. So again, like, you guys, you know, it was a premiere for most of you guys, because did any of them see the finished product, or was this the first time?
The one that you watched?
Yeah, the one that we just watched now.
The only one that's seen any bit of that was me.
Okay, so it was a world premiere for all of us, but all of you guys knew what was going on in the background. So, like, you guys all not tricked me, but, like, you guys played that shit off so well. And then wanting to come and do this on a podcast at that, like, whoever thought of that, y'all are evil. You guys are evil for doing that. But listen, I love you guys. I mean, like, you guys just, it's crazy. No, Hess, you did perfectly fine, brother. I mean, I seen you, I lit up, you talking, like, I heard you clear, like, I heard everybody. I heard you guys, your message. Again, that just motivates me to keep going. That motivates me to keep streaming. Just go ahead.
I do feel kind of bad though, because my part of the video was like half the video. But, you know, I had to give thanks to everyone that helped. I wanted to explain how it came to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously I had to, you know, do my part.
Besides
just putting the video together.
I thought it was perfect, guys. I really did. I mean, I'm going to cherish this video. I'm probably going to end up watching this video like every morning before I stream. To remind me why I do it.
Hesse, in all fairness though, Hesse, it was a combination of me and Sophia.
Oh, Sophia had thoughts in this too?
Yeah. You didn't pay attention to that part of the video?
Shit, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Dude, I was in, listen. You're Zach. I was in a place, like, I was in a trance. Like, seriously.
No. You have to go to the beginning of my video.
It's the beginning of you? Alright, there's the heroes. Start right here.
Hey, what's up, Wheezy? Listen, man, as you can see, everybody's done their part, you know, trying to be supportive to you, giving you thanks and everything.
Listen,
if you don't mind, I'd like to take a few moments to, you know, thank everyone for that and everything before I get down to my side of, this whole discussion. Not even discussion. This video.
You're good, Feed. I totally understand, bro.
I want to thank Grantless, Sophia, the Random Clan,
X-Rated, I gotta apologize, brother. I love you.
Tagman, Sai, Hesse, everyone that's put any time into this, I do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Without you guys, this probably wouldn't have happened at all. I know there were a few times where I just didn't know if it was going to continue to be a thing.
I didn't try to.
And I really do appreciate it, so thank you guys so much. At the same time, I'd also like to give you a brief explanation of how this all came about, Wheezy. I had an idea one day that I wanted to get all of us together as best as we could, and I wanted to more or less hijack the podcast, the ChillCast. And what I mean by that was I wanted to get it to where you'd be okay if I basically ran it, and I would message people individually and be like, all right, jump into the party. And then they would jump into the Xbox party and they'd give their thanks and, everything. And then they'd leave and then the next person would come in. And I pulled some people into a separate Discord server, and we went through this. Well, I explained it. They thought it was a cool idea. It was nice. And then Sophia, lo and behold, the two creative people so far, she said, well, why don't we do like short videos and just make like a big video for you? And everyone seemed to have liked, a mixture of the two. So that's what we went with. Okay. Now, Wheezy, back to the whole video aspect for you, my man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you guys, all of you guys killed that shit. I mean, look, the reaction, y'all made me fucking cry on stream. Like, dude, a simple thank you card probably would have been fine. But you guys went above and beyond.
You expect anything less of us?
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. Guys, listen, I'm getting ready to end the podcast. I love you guys for not just this video, but everything that you guys do. You guys come in, you guys stream the team, you guys, put the team out there. You guys are active in the Discord. You guys are awesome in the chats here. You guys are helping me out. I mean, I never asked for any of this help. You guys are volunteering your time for me. And I'm watching this video, guys. I had no idea that I was any kind of influence to you guys like that. I mean, I don't have the words to express how grateful I am for you guys for this. I mean, as long as if you guys keep, letting me run the team, keep on doing what you guys do, I promise you guys, I won't quit you guys. I won't quit any of us. I won't quit Team Arctic. Henry the Penguin will be here. I don't care. This isn't a stream team, guys. This is a family. 10 years down the road, if any of us are still fucking streaming, this will still be a thing. Not just a ChillCast, but Team Arctic, the squad. Shit will be probably Lawnmower Man up in VR or something like that. I don't know, but we're gonna do something with Team Arctic. So again, guys, as long as if you guys, I'm trying to think of the words, like they're just not coming to me. They're not. As long as if you guys keep having me as your leader, I'll keep leading. I mean, yeah. I think that's my exit. I don't know what else to say. I really don't, guys. I appreciate you guys, like everybody. I know I've said that like 80 fucking times, but I feel like it deserves to be, 800 million more fucking times. I am the golden child now. No, listen, the only reason why Team Arctic works is because we work. We work. Every single one of you guys is important to this team. It doesn't matter if you stream, you're a viewer, you're a networker, you're a graphic designer, you're a montage creator. You guys are the perfect combination of what makes this team work. Every other team probably has the amount of same people that's doing the same stuff as you guys, but not with your guys' personalities. The people that you guys are, your flaws, the good things about you, the good, the bad, the ugly, the mental health issue, everything about you guys is perfect for the team. That's why we do what we do. That's why we are so good at what we do. Team Arctic, we represent a lot, and we're not going to fucking stop. We're going to represent even more and more, and eventually we're going to take over the whole fucking world. I promise you guys that. I promise you guys that. See, that was my motivational speech. I mean, thank you guys. Seriously, thank you. Anyways,
very welcome.
We're gonna end the podcast off on that night. I don't think I could take any more tonight. I really don't. After that, you guys just, oh my gosh, you guys didn't kill me, but you guys got me feeling some sort of way. Like, seriously, like, yeah. Thank you, Cryptic.
Welcome.
For bamboozling me with this video. Y'all did good. Y'all did good. Like I still can't. I still feel like I need to say more to justify this, but I can't. I can't. Maybe in time I'll be able to, but like I'm still processing it. You know, like you guys are. I love you guys, TeamArctic. I love you guys. I love every single one of you guys. That's just crazy, guys. Anyways, guys, I appreciate it. Cryptic, did you enjoy the ChillCast tonight?
Yes, it was very, very good.
It was.
The conversations we had were good.
Yes.
I feel that we put a good message out there.
Yep, we actually had
about
a few.
Not giving up.
We put a few new chatters in here, and they got chatting. Miss Animated stopped by. I haven't seen her around in a while, so it's nice to have her stop by. And, you know, tune in. I love how our community comes in and chats with us, and we feed off of them. Like, I'm at the point to where it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter what the subject's going to be. I already know it's going to be a banger podcast because of the chat, the community. You guys coming in here and making this a success. Yo, hashtag we care. Can I get a hashtag we care train going in the chat? Everybody just hashtag we care. Because I care about you guys. Again, that video that you guys just made for me and shared me just motivated the shit out of me even more. Yeah, I got a whole new conviction to lead better, harder, and I mean just sky's the limits, guys. TeamArctic, skies are really the limits. I mean that's not even a limit. Like we're galaxy. We're going fucking galaxy, guys. Like we're taking over that shit. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I will be seeing you guys in the Discord tomorrow, more likely. I might hop in there in a little bit and say thank you again. Because I probably ain't going to be able to sleep until I said it at least 500 times. Because I feel like it's definitely due. Like, it's definitely fucking due for it. So, again, thank you, TeamArctic. Thank you. Alright, Crip, I'm going to go ahead and end that. You want to say last few words with them?
Yeah. Thank you all for coming out and enjoying the podcast. Well, sorry, the ChillCast. Hope you all enjoyed the subliminal or cryptic messaging behind said conversations that we've all had. I want to thank everybody who participated in talking about the conversations. You guys are amazing. I want to thank everybody who came in and dropped bits on the big bro over here, Boss Man.
Yes, thank you.
The subs.
Thank you, Ninja, Nursing Ninja, for that follow and that sub. Hesse gifted a sub tonight. Thank you, Hess. It's really the careless actions that you guys do for me. You know, again, I don't ask for you guys to do this. You guys just come in here and like, we're gonna do this. Like, the time that you guys spend with me, the bits, the gifted subs, you know, the retweets. You guys really make me feel like that we're doing something special here. You know, so again, it just reinforced everything that I hoped for, but in the back of my mind it was always, I don't know if you know what I mean. That just reinforced it, guys. Thank you. Sorry, Crip, I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. You're good.
Jump all over your exit speech.
No, seriously, thank you all for participating and, you know, with getting the ideas together. Thank you to everyone for stopping by. thank you all for helping to keep this a big secret so we could give Weezy a big old party.
Now for now on,
on
no keeping secrets for Wheezy for now on. All right, it was cool and cute the first time, but don't do it again.
For now. We'll wait till you forget.
Okay, that'll work. All right, go ahead, Kryp. I'll cut you off again.
Oh, it's good. It's all good, man. Good.
All right, Arctic. I love you guys. Thank you very much. We'll I might be on tomorrow morning. I doubt it. It's at 1:30, 1:40 in the morning. You're really bad at secrets. It's all good, Goth. I was telling Feed that pretty soon we're gonna be back down in that area. We want to take the kids down there for a day, so we'll try to beeline over to it then to see you guys. Plus, with Mini Princess just getting home, letting her relax. I don't want to bombard her. But definitely we'll be linking up soon. So we gotta get Hesse out here. I want to hang out with Hess. Gotta get Cryptic out here for sure. Gotta get X out. Man, like everybody in the chat, y'all are more than welcome. You guys are invited to Wheezy's Igloo. Right? Come through. We'll sit outside. We'll have a fire. I got cereal, drinks, swimming pools. I mean, like, all the cool stuff. Y'all just need to come and, like, hang out. We'll put on some good music, get a fire, have some good conversations. Hell, even if y'all want, we could stream that shit. I mean, I don't know about that, but maybe. We'll see. If we can get the whole team together, I'll use the Steedy Needy account, the TeamArctic account, and that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Alright, guys, I am out of here for the night. Cryptic, thank you very much for the show. Thank you for surprising me with that video. Everybody in the chat that partake in that video, thank you. Like, you guys just seriously filled me back up, right? Just filled that soul. It was good for the soul. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cryptic, listen, I never in a million years would have thought this. I thought we was just going to have a normal podcast and you was going to release one of your new montages. I mean, like, you totally snuck it in with me, so. Grabbing cereal for everyone.
It definitely...
Thank you, Hess.
It definitely took some planning.
You guys executed it.
Some sly,
And of course, I had to go off and use the Snapchat filters.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I fucking loved it. I loved it. But you know what? I mean, like, there was some powerful messages between all of you guys. Every single one of you guys, touched my soul, man. Y'all touched my soul. I fucking love it. Alright, Arctic. This is the end of the ChillCast episode 3. Thank you very much for making it a success. I greatly appreciate it, guys. We will be back on the streams, if not tomorrow, more likely Monday. However, I got Avengers X-Rated, just beat it. Cryptic's waiting on me to get up there, so I gotta grind it. So I'll probably be on for a little bit tomorrow, guys. I'm not making any promises, though. But if not, the Chill Zone will be back on around, let's see, kids are off school Monday, too, because of Labor Day. So, I don't know. We'll be on. We'll be on. Scully, as soon as I end the stream, bro, go back to, I don't know, what would you say, the 3 hour and 25 minute mark? No. It's longer than that.
Scully, don't listen to Weezy right now. This is Cryptic telling you, dude. Just as soon as he ends this, just watch the whole thing back, dude. It was such great conversations.
Yeah.
The surprise that he got was phenomenal. It got him the way that we were hoping, and honestly, it turned out very well. It turned out well enough that I got emotional. And I was sitting over here shaking.
This is like one of the most powerful podcasts I think we've had. I mean, the messages, the content that we was talking about, it was very deep. It was powerful. And then the surprise that you guys had at the end was just, that was the icing on the cake right there. It really was. So, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Alright, Chill Zone, much love, and we will be catching you guys soon. Thank you.
Good night, Chill Zone.